What's happening, family? Sorry for being an hour late, man. Had some technical difficulties, but we are here. It's going into the off season. 2 games left. For the Super Bowl is coming, and a lot of things been going on. So far, a lot of teams have gotten kicked out, and with it only being 4 teams left, there's been a lot of signings. We'll start off with first and foremost the national championship. Ohio State defeats your boys, the scrub ass Notre Dame. They shouldn't deserve to be there. 34-23. Any thoughts, fellas, on the game? Is there any surprises?
No surprise at all. That game went exactly how I thought it would. Ohio
Yeah,
would just score all over them. They had a few mishaps in Ohio State, but other than that, their offense was pretty efficient. You know what I'm saying? It turned out exactly how I thought it would.
Well,
yeah.
Jay Smith looks like the next best receiver come out of Ohio State, man. Ohio State got some dogs over there, man. They're
Yeah,
fighting
Bro,
neck and neck with LSU, man.
wide
bro,
receiver.
this I don't even know if this is a hot take, but he's gonna be better than Marv by the time his Ohio State's career is over. Like people,
I think we getting a little too ahead of ourselves. We bum ass Kyler Murray making you think. See how that works, Brandon? See how that works? See how that works? Just that fast. Marvin ain't shit
nah,
all of a
sure,
sudden.
bro,
That fast.
Marv
That's
wasn't
how
doing it
fast.
his
That's how
freshman
fast it
year.
works. You
Marv
have a
wasn't
bad
doing it.
year.
Hey,
I keep trying to tell people
no, that's cap. No,
when
no,
you
no,
don't produce, people forget about you.
no,
And
it's not that.
already, Marvin Harris, you gonna have a
That's
better
not
career than Marvin
true.
Harrison.
No.
Just a year ago, Brandon Marvin Harrison was the best receiver prospect in college history coming into the
People,
draft. And now Mike is saying he'll be better than him already.
but
Goddamn.
Jeremiah Smith is doing
Freshman season,
things that
Brandon. Freshman season. Marvin Harrison
Jeremiah
put up
Smith,
records over there.
Jeremiah Smith's doing things in his freshman year that Marvin Harrison just wasn't doing. Let's keep it
Jeremiah
above.
is special. He is
He's
special.
the number one.
But hey,
He's the
can I
number
ask a question?
one
Can I ask you a question?
feature on that offense.
Cause I'm pretty sure you're a college head like myself there, Michael.
Hmm.
Can you name who's on the team when Marvin Harrison was a freshman?
Yeah, it was. That was when. Wasn't that when? What's this? Garrett Wilson and Crystal Olave
Yeah,
were there.
G. Will and Olave were there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
Can you
come
remind me where they went in the draft?
on. I don't remember, but first round for sure.
G. Will
Yeah,
were like 17th, didn't they? Or something like that?
so do me a favor. Name the receivers on the Ohio State right now, and with Jay Smith
Well,
freshman.
Ibuka's a first round talent to me.
Nah, he's not. He
No,
fell off.
that's
That's why
cap.
he stayed in college so long because
No, no,
he literally was the worst version of them when they played there, and only literally he only stayed there so he could get his year. He was trying to
no, he
Obuke
had
was
a
trying to
bad year
stay
last
there
year.
so he can get a year where he was the number one guy and he can up his draft stock. And then Jay Smith comes there, and you still probably go third
No,
round, late
he had a
second
bad
round.
year last year. That's what mainly why he stayed because
Yeah, we
he was
know,
supposed to.
but again, Marvin Harrison rookie year, Chris Olave, and
Look, I'm not
Garrett Wilson.
saying it.
But
I'm not saying
who are
Ibuka's
both
those
starters in the
guys.
NFL. But I'm
I'm not,
just
I'm
saying, you
not saying
just
Ibuka's those guys for sure. He's definitely not Garrett Wilson or Chris Olave. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying like, I don't know if Marvin Harrison could do what Jeremiah Smith is doing right now. He's literally the marquee. He's the marquee option on a national championship winning team.
that's what I said, Marlon. I said
Like,
Abuke came back this year so he could up his draft
yeah,
stock
he was
because
in.
last year he got hurt. I know. That's what I
But
said.
I think y'all sleeping on Ibuka. I think he might not go first round, but he's 6'1". He can run routes. He's athletic. He's very fast. Like he's
Is
got
he
all.
very fast?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's fast.
Right, he
He's,
reminds me of JSN.
yeah, just not. Oh yeah, JSN was super crazy in college too.
Yeah,
Super crazy.
reminds me.
And
Of
I think Marv sophomore year, JSN was there.
Was he there? But of course Marvin Harrison wasn't doing shit his freshman year.
Because
Anyway,
CJ Stroud.
you see how that works? Um,
Look, I think the only person that can ride like Jeremiah Smith just reminds me of Julio Jones in college.
Yeah.
That's who he is, bro. He's 6'3", 220, 6'4", 220. He's a specimen. Okay, he might not be as polished,
hey Brandon, can you remind me
but
how tall Marvin Harrison is?
he's a straight game breaker. He's
6'4".
6'2", I think.
How much?
He's taller than 6'2". I can look it up right now. Let me look it up.
Who's 6'2", Michael?
I said Marvin Harrison's not taller than 6'2".
No, he's 6'4".
What is he talking? Hey, what is he
Is
talking
he?
about, Brandon?
Yeah,
He's
He doesn't look
every
that
bit of
tall, bro.
6'4", Michael.
No,
He's-
oh wait, that's senior. All right, let me hold on. I'm looking it
He's
up.
6'4", and Brian Thomas
Yeah,
Jr.
okay,
is
he's 6'4". Fine,
6'3".
fine. He's
Yeah,
6'4". I got that wrong.
6'4", and
But
what's his weight?
he about 218, I think, 215.
I
Okay.
just
So
don't think I don't
okay.
think Marvin.
No, no, no. He's 210, I believe. 210.
I don't think
6'4",
Marvin's
210.
as athletic
Okay.
too.
I hear you.
I just don't. But like I was wrong on that. I'll give you that. But the
Athleticism doesn't make you a better receiver. I want you to know that.
no, I know it
Oh,
doesn't. But let's not act like that. Jeremiah Smith isn't like very
I
good in
mean, you
routes.
just
Like,
again, I
he's
just think
not all the
you just already just threw him over Marvin. Now that I'm just saying it's kind of
bro,
crazy.
because he's been nice. Like, what do you want? What do you want me to do? Like, I'm not sitting here and trying to, just up guys off their first year. But at the end of the day, he literally, how many receivers have done this? How many freshman receivers?
Admit Will Howard's been nice too. Admit Will Howard's been nice. Admit that.
Oh yeah, Will Howard. I said in the chat, Will Howard moved me. I think it was Tennessee. Tennessee. I was like, that's when everything changed for me. I totally changed my perspective. I thought we wouldn't get smacked like that, but I was not sure we were going to win. I was not confident after that Tennessee game because Penn State absolutely killed us, and then they went into Boise State and didn't play that well offensively. Most of their games in the playoff they didn't play that well. So after those games, I was like totally different.
Did we like this final 12 in the playoffs against each other? Did we like this format? Is it something we should keep?
Well, I think the playoffs itself, you could argue, wasn't that good. Like, I'm fine with that, but I felt like
Yeah.
the hype that the season, like, for me, this is the most interested I was in during the season when it comes to not the marquee teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I would say it's definitely good for college football. I think the idea that every single conference winner has to get a bye or whatever is kind of BS because Boise State did not deserve to get a bye. Like, there's no reason why Ohio State should have been 8th. Like, let's
Yeah.
just be 100% honest. They had two. They lost to Oregon, which isn't a bad loss, and the only bad loss they had was Michigan. So I think that needs to be reconsidered. But they said they're not going to do that. So I just think,
I
people
like
want.
that with Marley. Who should take Will Howard on later rounds of the draft?
I don't think Will Howard's not going to come out this year. No way. I think he stays another year.
I don't think he can. Will Howard's been playing for a long time because he
He's
played for
he's a
was it
junior though. I think he can. I think he
Yeah, he
can.
can. Yeah, he
uh
can. He can.
he might can redshirt. I mean not redshirt. He might have an extended year because of COVID. But he played for a while. Well, who did he play for before this again?
I forgot. He played somewhere though. I can look it up.
Yeah, because I've been following Will Howard for a while now.
No,
I can't remember.
he was a transfer in. So yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Howard.
he played if I'm not for oh yeah, he played for Kansas State. Yeah, no,
Oh
he
yeah,
can't. This is fifth year. No, he can't. He
oh
not
fact.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he
a fifth year
can't.
senior.
Would he
Yeah, he has
COVID?
to
So
come out this
I
year.
think he could have one more year because it's 6. It's you get an extra year.
Oh, well, I wouldn't coming out 35-10, I'd come out now. Like, why'd do that?
I look. I respect Will Howard a lot for what he's done this year, especially in the playoffs. But
He could be
I
at
don't
least Joe
know if I
Flacco to
take
me.
a chance. I don't know,
And he
man.
got better feet.
He doesn't have a better arm though. Like, his arm talent to me is not like Joe Flacco had a gun,
Yeah.
right? Like, that was the one thing Joe Flacco had was a gun. Will Howard to me just I'm not saying he didn't play good this year. He played great, but he doesn't his intangible like his processing the field, his accuracy, it doesn't scream to me NFL. Like, that's an NFL
Well,
guy.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if Will Levi Jeans can make it, I think Will Howard can make it.
Yeah, but like, Will was more physically talented. Like, as much as
Yeah.
we give
Will
Will
had the arm strength. He had the
flack,
arm
he was
strength and all
also
that.
generally pretty fast for a quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Will
Will
Howard is
Howard's
that.
fast.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he doesn't have the arm strength.
I don't know if Will Howard. I don't.
Well,
I think Will.
I think somebody take a chance on him in the late fourth, fifth round. I think
But
so.
like, the guys that I really like, I think both of the running backs are going to be good. I like Travion Henderson because I feel like you can get him a lot later.
Yeah.
He's just really, really all around. Quinshon Judkins, I feel like will be good too. And then Jack Sawyer. Jack Sawyer's a beast. Caleb Downs not going to come out this year, but he's going to be probably top 10 when he comes out. He's incredible. Yeah, and like, Ohio State had no excuse not to win this year. Like, let's just keep it a buck. Like, yeah, the Oregon game was because Will Howard choked. Michigan, I don't know what happened. Honestly, have no idea. why they lost that game. I honestly didn't watch that game, so I'm not going to speak on it. But when you looked at the way that
I'm with Jay Game, and they took a
Morgan,
chance on Stetson Bennett,
like,
man. I'm pretty sure that Will Howard can come out in this draft and get picked up at least third or fourth.
oh, he's going to get drafted. But like,
Nah, he get
is it
drafted fourth. He
necessarily?
ain't going. He ain't going in the third. He going fourth.
Is he going to be a guy? I don't think so. I
Okay,
just don't
well,
think so.
let's move
But
on to the NFL.
shout out to him. Not trying to hate because I was hate. I was chat.
Bengals picked up. Bengals picked up the DC for Notre
Yo,
Dame.
F thoughts here.
I got you. Bengals picked up the DC for Notre Dame.
What's up, fellas?
What's happening after Aaron Glenn goes to the Jets? How we feeling about that Aaron Glenn to the Jets situation? How we feeling about that?
I mean,
It's a weird situation. I'm gonna lie.
it's
It is
whatever.
very
Bro.
strange. Yeah.
Like you fired Robert Saleh, so you could bring in Aaron Glenn. Like we'll see. I mean,
You could have kept Robert Saleh.
it's-
I just don't understand that. But
it's a lateral move to me.
It is,
I mean,
yeah.
all respect to Aaron Glenn, I wanted him in Dallas because I mean I'd rather have him over Kellen Moore, but like, kind of just fired a good defensive mind that's just more established and has more experience as a head
Yeah, I ain't
coach,
gonna lie. I ain't looking forward to seeing another black coach go to a bad team just to get fired in a year.
just to get
Oh my
scapegoated.
God.
Hey,
I hope
shout
they
out
at
to
least keep him
Caldwell,
for a
bro.
while. Like, man, they better be planning on keeping him for a little bit. Like, at least give him 2-3 years.
F
Like,
dot. I'm gonna tell you right now.
at
They're
least.
not.
That
They're not,
organization. That organization is about to implode. They're probably gonna this is probably gonna be a trial year, but I mean, when the new ownership comes in, you know, the new GM, new head coach, and all that, they're gonna fire him anyway just to have their own guys. We see it all the time. When the head coach gets hired, he's gonna want to have to hire his own offensive coordinator, his own defensive coordinator. He want to have a hand in that. And Aaron Glenn is gonna be kicked out the door. He's just gonna go to another team.
That's
So this is just
unfortunate, bro.
this is just gonna be a year for him. That's gonna be it.
But it'll be interesting to see if Aaron stays or if he doesn't stay.
Yeah.
I probably would assume that he's gone, honestly, because I haven't seen any reports about Aaron co-signing this. And if he's not co-signing it, to me, it just seems like he's not going to be a part of it. Because I still feel like if Aaron's going to be the quarterback, he's going to want all of these concessions given to him about, you know, I need to like trust the head coach, all this stuff. So I probably wouldn't. I would honestly think that it's better for Aaron Glenn if he's not there, so that the expectations are a little bit lower.
Well, respectfully, I don't give a god dog what Aaron Rodgers think. You borderline stunk this year. If I'm the GM, if I'm the owner, I'm not going to Aaron Rodgers for nothing.
Yeah, retire him.
No,
you
exactly.
on the team, my boy.
No, I agree. I don't think he deserves. I mean, he's cooked this year, bro. He's dude, he's cooked.
You single-handedly destroyed that entire locker room with your antics, day in and day out. In the offseason, we all said it. Like, bro, I think that a lot of the blame falls on Aaron Rodgers, bro. He's a cancer to this team. I mean, he got to go.
I mean, he's 30. He's 37 years old. He can't even get, or 39. He can't even get the respect of Garrett Wilson, who's like 25.
Yeah, you got to.
Like, what are we doing?
I think you lost the locker room. I think you have.
He had to have. He had to have. And yeah, I mean, it's the Jets just being desperate, bro. That's just what they want to do. They did this with Brett Favre. They always do this. They're just a desperate organization that, honestly, the past couple of years, like, they've had decent talent. It's not like they haven't drafted bad, but they just get desperate.
They always have little things in the they always like do splash signings in the free agency, but like those splash signings never seem to work out like the years that they've done those little, like I remember the Le'Veon Bell year where they paid him all that money and he went there and just stonked the place up. Just
he was washed.
Okay, speaking on hirings, how do we feel about the Ben Johnson going to the Bears?
For me personally, I think this is like the real year where I'm gonna really judge Caleb now. Like you give him Ben Johnson, a really great offensive minded head coach, offensive coordinator, with Caleb and his abilities, and you put some weapons around him. This is the year where I think it's a perfect fit. This is the year we really got to like, okay, Caleb, let's see you ball now. No excuses. Yeah. There's none.
Yeah, I think Ben Johnson. I think like Dennis Allen. We could say what we want as a head coach, but as a defensive coach, he's definitely still up there in my opinion.
Yeah.
The Saints have had good defenses with him there, And even beforehand, he was a defensive coordinator when Sean Payton was there for a while. So I think it's a good hire. I think Cafe and Mo talk about how it's just automatically bad because it's Dennis Allen. Like, come on, dog. Like, come on.
Yeah,
So
Dennis
I think
Allen
it's a
is
solid
too.
start.
Some guys don't make
Yes,
it. They just can't pan out as
Like
head coach,
Dennis
but they're great coordinators.
Dennis Allen should make this.
They
There
could.
is no reason why this defense can't be top 10. At least like like
Yeah.
the year
They
before
got all
last year,
players.
they
Yeah,
were
they got all
top
the
Yeah,
players.
so
5.
many players. In the past couple of years, the Bears' defense has been really solid. Like it's really
Yeah.
been
Yeah,
the
they were top
offense
5.
that
They got the
haven't.
talent. They got the
The
talent.
year
They
That's
have
for
before
the
sure.
last
talent
year,
there for sure.
they
And
just fell
I think
apart.
Dennis Allen's a good defensive head, like minded coach. I think he can get those guys right. And Ben
Yeah.
Johnson will definitely have the offense moving as long as they have weapons and they stay healthy. Like this team should do better than what they did this year for sure. And if Caleb, if he's still like showing those struggling signs that we've seen so far this year, I'm gonna have real questions and concerns. But right now, like I don't have any concerns with Caleb. He should be able to ball out next year.
I think they got to just shore up the offensive line a little bit. Just find
Yeah,
another tackle mainly. I
yeah,
think the like the one tackle is good, the other one sucks.
yeah.
So find
And,
another tackle.
yeah.
Just improve the offensive line. I mean, that's pretty much all you have to do, I think.
Like
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift, I know everybody don't really like DeAndre Swift, but he had a solid year with them.
Yeah. I ain't
You
mad.
still
I ain't mad
got
at him.
Rome, you still got like Keenan and DJ Moore. Like you got weapons over there, bro. I mean,
And like
You got Cole
this is why I
Kmet.
like
Cole
this is
Cole
Kmet
why I
seems like
Kmet,
a
like
good tight
yeah,
end.
Cole Kmet, yeah,
this is why I like Ben Johnson. Like, if you look at a lot of the offensive minded coaches, right? A lot of them are very pass happy. They're like Mike Shanahan's not, but like Ben Johnson has shown that he's not just going to try to pass you like into a win. Like he's a balanced play caller. And I think that the number one thing that the Bears should focus on is trying to build a more consistent run game. DeAndre Swift is fine. Bring in another back and take as much load pause as off of Caleb's shoulders as possible.
for sure.
And just let him play make off of play action. You know, I think that's the best way to go right now. Don't put too much on his shoulders too early.
Yeah,
No, that's a fact.
I like that coach hiring though. The DC from Bengals. I think
Oh
that should,
yeah. Oh yeah.
he's a good defense.
Where did he go?
To the coach.
Yeah. They got rid of
Oh, as a defensive coordinator.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
They got rid of Gus
Irish
Bradley. Gus Bradley, who thinks this is 2010 and you can just play cover 2 all day. That doesn't make any sense.
Where was Gus Bradley at before this? Was he
Gus-
the Jags coach?
He was.
Yeah,
And
no,
before,
get Gus Bradley out. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Before that,
Hey,
he was coach of the Legion of Boom or whatever, which
here's my
got
here's my
off talent.
here's my thing
Yeah.
though. With Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson both getting jobs, Dan Campbell recently came out and said that it's been word that he came out and said after that loss to the Commanders that this might have been their only chance. Now that they're stripped of their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator, where do the Lions go from here?
Yes.
They got to get the right. They honestly got to get the right guys, and
Yeah.
for
But
offensive
that's when
coordinator,
you
they
have
got
a
to.
formula. That's
Yeah,
the thing about being successful. When you have a formula, like who how do you replace that type of formula when you have you have the best team in the NFL, at least on the NFC side, number one seed, one of the better offensive coordinators, one of the better defense coordinators. You still lose in your first game in the playoffs. After the bye, you lose.
Mhm.
Yes, Dan Campbell's still there. Another year where he didn't get the offensive coordinator of the year. I mean, coach of the year. That went to Kevin O'Connell. How do we feel about the Lions moving forward? Do we expect them to be back to their normal self? And when I say normal self,
Not
not
15
old
wins.
school Lions, but we talk. But here's the thing, though: if you can't win in this with this type of season, are the is what Dan Campbell says true? Is that their final chance for a long time?
So for
Well,
context off that,
here's what's going on. Like honestly, they were pretty successful this year in spite of all the injuries that they have. Number one, so I can't really. I didn't see them overcoming all these injuries anyway. I mean, 22 on IR is insane.
Yeah.
I've never even seen that before. That's number one. Number two, the offense losing your OC and then DC, bro. They're gonna have to take some time and really interview some guys and see what their best fit is. Of course, this is the NFL. when you're successful in the NFL, you see coordinators come and go, and you're gonna have to replace them. You already know how that goes. They're gonna get hired somewhere else. They're gonna get head coaching jobs or what have you. So I mean, they expected this. I'm sure they saw this coming. You're not gonna keep Ben Johnson forever. They were lucky to keep Ben Johnson last year because he had some interviews last year, but he
was
wanted to
really
stay.
supposed to stay last year. Yeah, right.
So they saw this coming. So
Yeah,
I hope they had some guys in mind. I think still early in the season they're going to struggle. There's just no way to cope with that. You're going to struggle early in the season, especially with with the heavy hitters coming back. The Dallases of the world. You toughen within your own division. The Vikings are somebody now. You got to watch out for them. The Bears are going to get better, so they're going to struggle early in the season. But I mean, I think they have too much talent to not make the playoffs. They
See, but here's the thing. Here's what we're not going to do, and I got to be this guy. All season, you sons of bitches have been telling me about offensive coordinators and play calling and things of that nature. And I've been talking about when teams are good, they're good. But I don't want to hear that. I kind of don't want to hear that they too talented not to make the playoffs. Only because
they're gonna struggle. That's for sure.
I don't. First of all, the Vikings ain't supposed to. The Vikings weren't even supposed to be where they're at. Understand what I'm saying to you? They were literally, and the Lions wasn't so good. They'd probably been the number one seed damn near. Between them, the Eagles, and the Lions, they're coming back a year early from what they're supposed to be. Okay, they haven't lost anything right now. Okay, um, yes, Sam Darnold did play bad in the playoffs, but shit, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see a Kirk Cousins reunion. Shit, who knows? But I'll say this much: when I'm looking at the Lions, and my whole thing is this: do we see them? Yeah, they might make it to the playoffs, but do we see them?
No, they're not going to be 15 wins. No, they're not.
We ain't talking about 15 wins, not even 15 wins. Do they have a chance to win the Super Bowl in the next 5 years, or at least get to the Super Bowl?
Next 5 years. In the next year, I wouldn't put them in Super Bowl. I wouldn't. It's hard. See, like week 8, week 10 is where you get to really know teams. So,
God, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man.
These are conversations that we should have later in the season.
12 wins.
Yeah. But I think for context too, like Dan Campbell said this last year too. Like this isn't like just because the coordinators are gone that he said that. It's just that's his mentality of like being honest. And I think it's a test to see how good of a coach he actually is. Did he just get lucky with his connections? Because I think he was he was with Ben Johnson on the Saints, and then I don't know how he knows Aaron Glenn, probably because of I don't know if they played together on the Cowboys. I know they were kind of close, but yeah, I think that it's going to be a big test for him. But at the end of the day, I mean, they still have the best offensive line. We're one of the best in the league. They still have 2 running backs that are, both very, very good, both arguably top 10 at this point. Dave Montgomery, I don't know if he's top 10, but he's close. Don't get me wrong. And then you have Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra. I think the way that they improve is they either upgrade in the linebacking area, even though I think Anzalone's played well, I think they could upgrade with the linebacker area or cornerback.
They still got Jack Campbell. He's decent.
Jack Campbell. So cornerbacks, maybe get another receiver just to give more of a safety valve to Josh or Jared Goff. I'm not sure, but I'm not expecting them. But I think this is the year I think where Green Bay could win. I think
I'm sorry. Hold up, because I gotta wait a minute. You said get more of a what for Jared Goff?
Get more safety. Get another receiver.
Get more.
Who's their third receiver?
Time out.
Franklin.
Time out.
I'm saying Franklin's
time out. First of all, what is Amon-Ra St. Brown if not a safety? Here's the thing. What do you want? Why? That's our problem. You have Sam Laporta, who y'all think is the top 5 to 10 tight end. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown, first team All Pro. Jameson Williams. What you mean? Get him somebody else
early. I'm talking about places where they can improve. Where else are they improving besides receivers and cornerbacks at this point?
Do we, Brandon and F. Dot? Do we agree that they need another receiver? Do they need another receiver? F. Dot and Grant and Brandon.
I think they're
first depth reasons maybe.
But you can't have 4 receivers and then 2 running backs. Like, who called the plays?
Their first priority, I think, should be another pass rusher on the other side of Hutch, because you saw when he went down, they were in panic mode.
Yeah, I
You,
agree with
you
that.
need another pass rusher for us. That's what I would do. In the
Yeah.
first round of this draft, I get another pass rusher. And
Yeah.
then the second round, you get another corner because
Or a corner.
you got Terrion Arnold already. You got I'm sorry, what's his name that they signed from the Bucks? His name
Carlton
escapes me
Davis.
right now.
Carlton
Carlton
Davis.
Davis. You got
Yeah.
Carlton Davis, but you don't know how he's gonna come back from that injury.
Then
So I'm
old
going.
boy that locked up
Yeah,
Jettis. What's his name?
Amarique Armistead or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
Yeah. You got him. I added more depth to that cornerback room because they were barbecue chicken. That
So, I
last
mean, yeah,
that last playoff win. So yeah, my first priority would be. I mean, I'm with you with the wide receiver thing. You know, get a vet back there, get a Robert Woods or something like that. You know,
yeah. I'm not
sign him,
saying
whatever.
get
Yeah,
a top
Yeah.
20 receiver. Obviously, you don't do
yeah.
that.
Just buy
Yeah, like
Robert
a depth
Woods. He's
player.
cheap. He's a vet, whatever.
Yeah,
But
depth player.
get another pass rusher in this draft. Get another corner in the second round. I think they'll be fine. Yeah, get a linebacker like you said. Get a nice little coverage linebacker. You know what I'm saying? The third. That'll be fine, man. They have
And
they got talent all over his roster, man. You
I
draft
don't.
well,
Also,
you're
I
only a
don't.
year or two away.
Early before you go, I don't think that the Vikings are. It's just a surefire shot that they're going to be better or as good as they were this year. Like they had actually they beat a couple of good teams. So I won't say they had a subpar schedule, but number one, I mean Sam Darnold's probably not coming back. Let's just be 100% honest here. Like he's going to be asking for 40 to 45 million dollars. I don't think the Vikings are going to pay him after what he did in the playoffs. That's just how it works. He only has like one season of like really, really, really good football up to that level. So you're probably going to start JJ McCarthy. And are we that confident that JJ McCarthy is going to be playing as good as Sam Darnold
I
in the
sure am
regular
not.
season?
I am not
I
confident in
think
JJ McCarthy at
like
all. I think people forgot how mid he was at Michigan.
if JJ because look, if
He
JJ
ran the
McCarthy
offense,
comes
bro.
in, Christian Darrisaw was out, and
Yeah.
that was the main reason why Jared Verse was getting off. But their offensive line in general, it's good, but it's not anything special, and they can't really run the ball consistently. If they have JJ McCarthy in there, they're going to need to run the ball better than they did this year. That's just a straight up fact. Because in college, JJ McCarthy was a glorified game manager. Like that run game for Michigan was like just out of this world.
Yeah,
So like
being a game manager in college is that ain't good.
they still have the camaraderie.
Before we move on, who's in a better situation, Ben Johnson or Aaron Glenn?
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson easily.
He just has
Ben Johnson. I'm not gonna lie.
The talent on defense, like you could give the Jets, but the Bears like have a really, really, really good talent. Like Jalen Johnson's still, top 10, probably closer to top 5 than top 10. Honestly, like he could be top 5 to 7 range. You got everything you want on that defense. You still have DJ Moore at this very moment. You still do. I don't know if Keenan Allen's gone or not. Like Rome Odunze, he showed flashes towards the end of the year, even though he started off just horrible. So I think I would much rather be in that position. And as bad as Caleb played, like Caleb is still He's better than the situation that the Jets have right now. I'm just be honest, bro.
And I really think he's going to take a leap next year, especially under Ben Johnson. I really think he's going to force him to really get better with his reads, because it's not the arm talent. It's more so just reading the football field. He's blessed with the arm talent. He's blessed with getting the ball at the right spots. It's more so just reading the field and understanding what you need to do when you're in that position. So I think Ben Johnson, he took that job. He knew what he was doing. He's like, I can work with this. He said, I can cook with this. This is something I can cook with. I just gotta fix him up a little bit, and we're gonna be all right. That's what he's.
But get him an offensive line, please.
Caleb, if he limited his sacks, which obviously, I mean, he got sacked the most times out of anybody. His sack to pressure rate was the worst in the league too. But like, if he had limited his sacks, we would have been talking about how maybe he didn't exceed expectations, but he would have had a solid rookie season. Yeah. So I still think like he had good games. Like he had good game against the Rams. The team just fell apart after the Commanders.
After that play with Washington, they just literally it went to the camp.
So I don't know. I don't know. I just the Jets. I would rather be the
because Caleb he showed way too many flashes to where it's like, okay, I can work with this. It wasn't like that bad. I think people are kind of overreacting how bad he was. I think
about that guy. Yeah, coach. Go ahead. Go ahead. Back up.
No, go ahead.
The Colts picked up the Bengals. OC Brandon, how you feeling about that?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I think this is a great hire. It's a huge upgrade from Gus Bradley, which I mean, his defense is just don't change anything up. Keep doing the same old thing. Keep running cover two to death, which is that's an old school style. This isn't 2012 anymore, where you had Richard Sherman and everybody. You know, you were blessed with so much talent. That ain't about to work. Running a simple defense ain't really gonna. Yeah, especially with in this game where passing concept a lot more advanced. I think the DC from the Bengals, he is he's really good at like honing in on what the offense does well and trying to take that away from him. He's really advanced. He tries to he changes things up a lot, and he studies a lot of film. With that's something like that's the total opposite of Gus Bradley. He puts you in your best chance to win as far as the defense wise, and it's he's special on corners. Like he really he was a former
Even though the Bengals was
DB
piss poor on
coach.
even though the Bengals was piss poor on defense this year, you trust their DC?
Well,
No, the talent was terrible.
honestly, they had no talent, so you can't
Yeah,
really.
talent
Anybody
was
would have been terrible with that. I don't care who you are.
These
Look,
actually
bro,
real
Cam Taylor.
Mike Hinton or Hilton. I'm sorry, Mike Hilton. Yeah, Mike Hilton. The slot corner from the Bengals and Trey Hendrickson were their best players. Everybody else you can't trust at all.
Like
So I mean,
Cam Taylor. Cam Taylor Britt looked
Cam
like
Taylor
Anthony
Britt was
Brown.
yeah, he was
Like,
awful. He was awful.
And also it's like,
Geno
yeah,
Stone
we
played
can Q. I get you. Like the defense was horrible, and like you could
Yeah.
definitely give some sort of blame to DC. But there's things where dudes are just missing assignments. Like I look at the Broncos game specifically. Number one, they let I don't know who the receiver was, but there was two guys on the receiver that Bo Nix threw up that dot/prayer where they didn't get the incompletion on that, which was horrible defensively. They also gave up a post to Marvin Mims when they had two guys that were supposed to be covering him and getting leverage. Like these are just mistakes that you can't game plan for. You can't game plan for your safety losing leverage on that play.
Y'all have to understand that this is you have to understand that you can have a good game plan all you want to. The players have it's I mean, he's gonna put you in a great position, but the players have to execute. If you got players that are not gonna execute, they're not really skilled at that out there. They don't know what they're doing, and then you have players go down, and then you have their backups that are worse. This is gonna happen. I mean, you're not a bad DC just because you gave up X amount of plays or whatever. Sometimes it could be on the players. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
you gotta stop scapegoating these coaches, man. Like sometimes the players just didn't play good. Like you just gotta play straight up. Like, bro, they just didn't play good.
When it comes to X's and O's, bro, he is a respected
Hold, bro. So why isn't that the case? F dot on some of these Jalen Hurts and Terrell games.
What you mean? Jalen Hurts come to play
every game.
I mean, not every game, but in the playoffs, he do. He don't turn the ball over. He makes the right reads, makes the right plays.
F dot. Okay.
Do we lose?
Two things can be true.
Is that hey? But Mike, don't you do that? I'm talking to F dot. Don't do that.
Sorry. I'm trying to defend my guy.
When it comes to you a funny guy, F dot. You say he don't make.
Look at what he's trying to do.
You say he don't make. Okay. So
bro,
just real quick.
You can say the 140 yards passing yards is nasty, but low, he won the game.
128. So did he come to play?
And he was injured, by the way.
Did he come to play against New Orleans?
No.
Okay. Did he come to play against Atlanta?
I mean, listen, he gonna have bad games, but I'm saying specifically when he's in the playoffs, bro. There's not a lot of bad games you could just put on film and be like, yo,
here's my thing, Brandon. Are we cool with an 81 passer rating, 128 yards, and no touchdowns and no picks?
Are we
because there's no turnovers?
Well, here's my thing. We had Saquon that ran for 205 yards. You ain't have to pass the ball a whole lot. And it's that's just not the game plan.
So like, here's my thing. Look, Jalen Hurts struggles with things, right? Jalen Hurts holds onto the ball a little bit too long. Okay, he may not like he it's weird because he tries to target AJ Brown, but it seems like when he does, it's not the right decision. But at the end of the day, I'm also not.
Or maybe he's not that accurate.
Wait. Let me just finish real quick. I just think we are not like holding those receivers accountable. Like I'm not seeing on film in that game, in the last 2 games, AJ Brown getting butt naked open. I'm not seeing Devontae Smith getting butt naked open. These guys, like we have to hold these guys accountable too for just not getting open like that. And like, let's just be 100% honest. Like the one time Jalen Hurts made the right read and threw a dot to AJ Brown, he dropped it at the 5. That would have been an easy touchdown, and that would have created a lot of separation in that game. So it can go both ways. And I think
here's the question.
Which is shocking because AJ Brown don't drop nothing.
Here's the question. But I mean, look. Sometimes Brandon, you get so used to not getting the ball, man. You sometimes you drop passes. Anyway.
So now we're caving for AJ Brown, though. Now we're caving for AJ Brown.
Oh my, that was so
because let's just be honest, he's been borderline. I think he's been borderline pedestrian these playoffs. Like he has not been getting open like that. And also
okay, real quick. Because you about to go somewhere. You about to go somewhere. Wait. You about to go somewhere crazy. Do we trust Jalen Hurts at quarterback?
Yes.
Do they make the playoffs? Saquon Barkley's on the team.
Yes, they make the playoffs.
They make the playoffs.
Yes,
Do they win the division and Saquon Barkley's on the team?
Yeah.
They win the division.
Look, I think the Commanders.
Brandon, hold up. Wait a minute. Brandon,
you got to crash.
They make the division. They win the division. They win the division. Okay, how many games do they win? Without Saquon?
They probably they won 14 this year, right? 13. They probably won 11, 12. Probably won't lose like one less. 12-5, 11-6. Maybe.
Brandon, they lose 1 to 2 less games if Saquon Barkley isn't the running back there.
That's cool.
I mean, this team is a complete team. They have the linebacker core now. They have the cornerback room. They have the safety room. They have
the line.
They're good D line, O line.
So Brandon, without Saquon Barkley,
when you have a complete.
Look at last year though. Look at last year. It was 11-6. That defense is nowhere near as good as this defense.
It was trash.
That defense was piss poor, terrible.
And they were
DeAndre Swift, and Gainwell.
Bro, yeah, and also.
So we do know the Commanders went 12-5 this year, right?
But early. Hold on, 1 second.
The Commanders,
but the Commanders got hot around week 13, week 14. They were not playing good football until later in the season. If we're being 100% honest, like that's why. And also, this division was super weak this year. I mean, Dallas.
Marley, they keep Swift, Marley. Let's say they keep Swift, Marley. There's no way in hell. Man, y'all. How many times did Saquon get this nigga? Hold up. Wait. Let me finish my soliloquy. Because how many times did Saquon Barkley single-handedly get these niggas to the 1 yard line so his ass could push these 14 touchdowns he got this year? God. Come on, man. Y'all been.
I mean, that's cool, but like last year they didn't have Saquon. They went 11-6.
Bro, like, dude, you're also like, okay, so are you not going to concede the fact that the Commanders played, literally like from weeks 5 all the way to 13, 14, like they were not playing good football. Like you think that they were
are we comparing
in Philly?
Are we comparing this year's NFC to last year's? Because it's not even close.
I'll give you that.
It's not close. That's why I'm saying they still win the division because this division is weak. Riddell's here, by the way.
Yeah, but
Cowboys,
the
Cowboys, Dak got hurt, and up until that point, they were playing bad football. Okay,
hey, Riddell, I need you, Riddell. I need you, Riddell. Riddell, are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
What up, Red Luke?
Here's the question that's being asked. I asked if they trust Jalen Hurts. They said they trust Jalen Hurts, right? I asked if Saquon Barkley doesn't play for the team, how many games do they win? These motherfuckers said they lose 1 to 2 games tops.
This season, if they don't have Saquon, who's the running back?
I said keep Swift. They keep Swift.
If they keep Swift, I would give them 4 or 5 losses.
No, I'm saying like added 2 losses to what the losses this year.
Oh,
so like 4 losses, like 4 losses.
So he's basically saying the same thing we're saying.
13-4, 12-5, like it'd be like the same.
What are you trying to say that they lose like Because I mean, at the end of the day, despite how bad Jalen Hurts is, this offense is more potent than it was last year, and they won like 6 games last year.
No one's
That's what I'm
$2
saying.
Prodigy. Let me say $2.
And the defense is
Prodigy.
way more elite this year, bro. What?
Whoa, super chat. $2 super chat from Prodigy said Jalen ain't gonna win you the game throwing the ball.
He don't
Absolutely.
need to.
That's not how their game. That's not how their offense runs through. They don't do it like that. They're a balanced offense.
You're nitpicking because how many quarterbacks actually are?
They're a balanced offense, man. They're not gonna.
Like,
they don't throw too much. They don't run too much. They're a balanced offense.
Okay,
But here's my thing. We're there. Can you name me how many games Saquon has won them this year single handedly? I know that Saints won for sure.
Right. Probably a good number. Like Rams. He had like 200 rushing yards.
Oh, is it?
Saints.
Both Rams games, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Panthers, probably because Jalen Hurts was pretty bad that game. I mean, I would say like most of them. Like I think we all recognize that Saquon is the best player on the team. So it's like,
yeah.
So then, without Saquon, how do we win a division and we win 12?
Because the team is still good.
You don't have to
It's
have a
just-
transcending running back. You can just have a good running back.
So how? Okay,
Just like how they did last year with DeAndre Swift.
But bro, my thing is this though. Hold up, my thing is this though. This is what pisses me off.
About Jalen Hurts for 40 minutes every single week.
This is what pisses me off because they're in the playoffs, Mike. What are you talking about? They're in the playoffs. They're in the playoffs.
Early, you don't want to talk about anything else. You don't want to talk about anything else but Jalen Hurts.
Here's the problem that I have, right, Riddell?
So tired,
because Mike came out and said that, AJ Brown has been pedestrian, right? But we both know that they went and got AJ. They went and got AJ Brown to solidify this nigga's spot. AJ Brown got that nigga paid.
But
like, are we being for real?
Early, you're just talking.
No. He's saying in the playoffs.
He's in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, he's not been good. These last
so okay. Let me ask you something. When you watch these last two games, when you watch these last two games, you're gonna just tell me AJ Brown ain't been good.
He's been pedestrian. Yes, he hasn't been good early
season. Like,
so then what the hell has Jalen Hurts been?
Kind of mid.
I don't understand. So we can say AJ Brown been mid, but Jalen Hurts ain't.
They both been.
But he doesn't. I mean,
let's said Jalen Hurts was playing well.
Hold on.
He was playing good football.
Let's keep it real.
He's playing winning football.
Hold on. Let's keep it real. The
winning football. Saquon literally single-handedly won the game.
Hold on. Let's put it in context. It was snowing like crazy. It was snowing like crazy out there in Philly. That's number one. It's hard to play. It's hard to be throwing the ball all heavy when it's sitting there. You get snow in your face. It's not the game's gonna be slowed down a little bit. You're gonna want to run the ball a lot more. Even Puka Nacua was struggling until that last drive where he went crazy. He started frying. But dude, it's hard to do that. It's hard to pass the ball in the snow and it's flurries and it's cold. It's hard to do.
What about the previous week? What about the previous week versus Green Bay?
That was also in the nobody's.
Yeah, that was also a bad weather game too. Wasn't it?
A bad weather game.
Yeah, but
he fucking plays in Philadelphia. He's gonna have bad weather games all through the playoffs every year.
But versus the Rams, he was still throwing shots, bro. AJ was dropping passes, dimes.
Dude, AJ was dropped like. I think we're kind of talking past each other because like early, I think recognizes that AJ Brown's been mid, and I think all of us recognize that Jalen Hurts has been mid. So I don't know what we're really arguing.
Because early just wants us to say that like basically Jalen Hurts would be Will Levis if he wasn't on the Eagles. That's the
thing. No one said that. I never said that.
That is nasty.
Yeah, don't be nasty. That's nasty. What I'm saying to you is this: you say you trust Jalen Hurts. But I'm gonna be real with you. Other than that Super Bowl against the Chiefs 2 years ago, bro, so you can't say I trust the team. Like, bro, make up your mind.
No, I trust Jalen Hurts. He don't turn the ball over, and when they need him the most, when they need a drive, when they need a touchdown drive, when they need some points, he go down there and he
don't turn the ball over. F dot. Is that what you said?
Playoffs.
He hasn't been turning the ball over.
No, he protects the ball very well.
He protects.
He does. He does. How many times did he fumbled last game?
Listen, they weren't turnovers, bro. We could.
Oh my God!
No, you can't play that game. They
That
weren't
was dog.
recovered.
He tried
Bro.
he was trying his hardest to turn
He
that fucking
was.
ball over.
Dude, so
He just got lucky enough that the ball rolling the right way.
Early. So
he
was
got
it?
that
So
luck
was
of-
the interior offensive was Mekhi Becton? Did Mekhi Becton not get literally pushed down on one arm by Prodigy or Hater? Also, Prodigy, this is like to your
Hold on. You can't speak on Prodigy unless you're gonna read the super chat. No. Read out the super chat, nigga. He's paying.
Nah, he'd be Malik Willis. That's
$2 super. Prodigy says
we
nah.
love you, Prodigy. But
He'd
this
be
is
Malik Willis.
That was
Here's my
nasty.
Alto is still not here. Alto, we're looking for you. Here's my thing though. Here's my thing that bothers me, right?
Pull up.
We
never-
say
never
we
get boy
say
got
so.
ghost.
Ho, but we'll downplay. We'll down. Also, I want you to know. Well, he might go with it because Riddell's been he's been raggedy towards Marvin Harrison Jr. Mike also said that Jay Smith for the Ohio State, he's going to be a better receiver in the NFL than Marvin Harrison Jr.
I said he.
But
I said
he
he's.
will.
That's
He
not
will.
what I said. You're putting
Jeremiah
words in my
Smith is a
mouth,
dog,
bro.
boy.
You're straight up putting words in my mouth. I never said that. Wait, can I just say
I'll
what I
say
was gonna
that.
say?
Jeremiah Smith.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
no, but I want to let me finish this off though. I just
You know what I'm
want
gonna
to.
say?
I wanted to
Brian
catch
Thomas
Riddell
Jr.
up.
is better than your boy out
No,
of New
he's
York.
not. No,
yeah,
he's not. No, he's not.
Next Julio Jones.
No, he's not. No,
BTJ.
Brian Thomas is nice, bro.
He's nice,
Malik
but here's the
James
thing.
BTJ was the best wide
Riddell.
receiver.
Here's
in
my
the
thing though,
daggone
Riddell.
draft.
Here's my thing though, Riddell. We can say AJ Brown has been mid, right? Okay, cool. If you take away AJ Brown from the Eagles, how less effective is Jalen Hurts?
I mean, he was good those couple of games. AJ was gone and Devontae Smith was cooking. As long as Devontae Smith and Goddard is there, he should he won't be. Obviously, AJ Brown is good to have there, but he still has Devontae Smith and Dallas Goddard. So it's not like he has nothing.
It helps when you have two number ones, dude. It really does.
Okay, so
It
this is
does. Like
It does.
at the end of the day, it's it's kind of like the Texans, right? Stephon Diggs is gone, Tank Dell is gone, Nico Collins is still just him, and CJ Stroud still able to pass.
He was frying. He was frying.
Right. So as long as you have something, then
But,
they should be fine.
But this is the funny part. So it's Prodigy's first super chat. He can't win you throwing the ball. Okay, that's fine. You know how many quarterbacks can? Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Matthew Stafford. And that's it.
Yep.
No one else can. Lamar's not there yet, clearly.
Well, that's
So
nasty, but it's
when
true.
you guys say that, it's a mute point. Because
I
there's
put
literally
Lamar in
four
there,
quarterbacks.
but
Don't bring up Baker in that conversation. That's a no.
Lamar's not
That
on
is a
there.
no. Okay. Don't bring up anyone else because no one can. So it's a mute point. That's you're just chatting with that, to be honest. And it's yeah, I don't know. If that's gonna be your point, then okay, whatever.
So do we think Jalen Hurts? Here's the thing: do we think Jalen Hurts is just a winner? And so I guess he's just a winner, right?
I don't like using the word. I don't like using that. I think Jalen Hurts is in the position.
Oh no, let's not say winner. He's clutch. When they need him the most, he's he's a clutch player. I would say
Riddell, do you agree Jalen Hurts is clutch?
he's clutch.
He has had clutch moments. I mean,
Yeah.
he has. Especially last year, all the games they were winning at the beginning of the season was Jalen Hurts being clutch at the end.
But was it not Jalen Hurts fucking it up at the beginning to win it at the end?
No, that defense is terrible. No,
that defense was awful.
That
They
defense was
stunk.
bad.
They stunk.
And that
defense
run
was
game was
terrible.
inefficient. Jalen Hurts was the only reason why they were winning games in the first half of the season.
Yeah, early. You just want to be
Thanks.
totally nasty.
He's
And this is,
I just want here's my thing. I just want to be fair. I want to be fair. I want to be fair. I want to be fair. I'm going to say this, bro. I want to be fair. And this is my biggest problem. We will say Jared Goff has everything. We will say Brock Purdy had everything. But when it comes to Jalen Hurts, bro, I just feel like we don't have this same formula or the same energy, dog. We are cool with saying Brock Purdy made the Super Bowl last year because he was carried and he had the prime example, right? Who was better this year? Oh, let me finish. Let me fucking finish. Let me finish. I'm muting you. Let me finish. Thank you. We said all out, right? Who had a better season this year? Saquon this year or Christian McCaffrey last year?
Saquon this year.
It's not even
But
close.
we up and down say how much Saquon how much Christian McCaffrey carried Brock Purdy to the Super Bowl, right? We all up and down. That's our biggest thing. C-Mac. So why don't we openly admit that Jalen Hurts got completely carried by Saquon this year? Why don't we admit that?
Two things.
With better weapons, better O-line,
Hold
better
on.
receivers.
Let me say this too.
Hold on.
Let me
Hold
say
on.
this before you guys.
Go ahead.
Let me say this too. That was the most mid-year for running backs of all time. C-Mac only had 1,300 yards. That's not impressive. But go ahead.
No, but he had like 1,000 yards receiving too.
Kyron was going crazy until he got injured.
Yeah, Kyron was going crazy too. Yeah,
But he had like 1,000-yard receiving too, bro. That was
don't care. Sorry, I'm sorry. It's not. It wasn't that impressive. I'm
Two
sorry.
things.
Whoa. We ain't gonna just say C-Mac was impressive last year.
He's chatting.
No, CMC was still good, but
was Bijan not better than C-Mac last year?
No, CMC was the better running back.
Bijan was absolutely better than this year. No.
Oh, this year.
This year compared to
last year.
Yeah.
No. Oh, y'all be okay, yo. Y'all
what?
Yeah,
okay. All right.
It's a
I'm
good
with you on this
Cowboys.
one early.
It's a good conversation. I would still pretty comfortably favor CMC, but I'm not like
what? Bijan this year?
Yeah, but hold on. So for two things. First thing. At the end of the day, the reason why the comparisons to Jared Goff and Brock Purdy will never make sense is because they've never reached the heights of Hurts. That is why it doesn't make sense. Because at the heights of Hurts was playing like a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
Thanks.
So that's the biggest difference. Now, second thing.
I don't know about all that.
Artur!
And C-Mac was 1,500 yards last year, Brandon.
Stop it. Artur.
We're on them stats.
Jared Goff in the chat. Mr. Jared Goff.
I'm not talking total yards. I'm talking rushing yards.
The Lions is the best team. Talk to me, Artur. Talk to me about Jared Goff. All those statistics.
Ator, you said Ator. So is Ator. So buddy boy. Is Josh Allen still not better than Jared Goff?
Buddy Boy's the same.
No, I'm buddy boy now.
Oh, wait. I want to say this, though. Artur said Josh Allen loses this week 7 times straight playoff crash out. Hey, Artur, would you rather play rookie Jaden Daniels or second greatest quarterback of all time, Patrick Mahomes?
So Ator, you say,
and was this
yes,
about a crash out for Jared Goff?
Ator, you say yes, he's not.
In 2022, he was.
When has Josh Allen ever played as bad that Jared Goff has? It like in a game, like bro, you guys went up against a mid defense, and you couldn't. And Jared Goff literally lost you the game. Totally sold you, buddy boy. Okay, what did Jared Goff do? Jared Goff was driving down the field. You didn't say I didn't say he's not as good. You did say that. You put in a paragraph essay about it, buddy boy. So I'm not trying to hear that. Okay. Also, Jared Goff, the only time he was driving the ball down the field is when Jameson Williams was butt naked open, or when he was throwing checkdowns to Jahmyr Gibbs. Other than that, every single time he got put in a position where he was dropping back, trying to throw the ball 10, 15 yards down the field. What happened? Pick. And also what happened when pressure came up up the middle. Okay? Dude, Jonathan Allen wasn't even playing in that game, bud. And he sold you. So stop it with that nonsense.
Yo, you sound like a cop that you pulled him over and shit. You just treat him as rights.
Did Jared Goff really leave the team? Because if he didn't throw 3 picks, he would have had 50 points, bud.
Let's relax with that slander. Hey, Artur, it's gonna look kind of
31 points. Oh, you talking about them junkyard points? Oh, Artur, you sound disgusting.
Stat patter, bro.
That's a super stat pad.
Yeah, that was.
And he wasn't even good at stat pad. He kept throwing picks on a stat pad. He couldn't even stat pad right.
No,
I kind of respect it.
That was garbage time.
I kind of respect it because he is sticking 10 toes with his Lions bias, and sometimes you need that.
Ator, just because you're a 3-sport college athlete doesn't.
Ator, give us your real name. Ator, give us your, first of all, 3 stars is terrible. Give us your real name so we can go look up your 3-star in this. 3 stars is not a good athlete. I want you to know that right now. There are literally 1,000 3-stars like in one city. Like, please stop it, bro. 3-star? You a 3-star athlete?
3 sports. He said
3 sports.
That's cap. 3-sport college athlete. Where'd you go to college?
We have no
college?
idea what we're talking about. Someone's crashing out a little bit. Now we have no idea what we're talking about. Man. No, I get to be nasty because Jared Goff was told. I was told he was a 6th best quarterback in the NFL, and I was pissing me off.
That is crazy, bro. That is
me off.
insane, bro.
6th best quarterback in the NFL.
Actually, I said 7th, but yeah.
And Altor probably thought he was like the second best quarterback.
Somebody said golf is the Mahomes. Walt said golf is the Mahomes of Jimmy G.
Facts, actually. That's a good
no,
one.
perfect, actually. Yeah.
That's great, bro.
But that again,
He
my
did-
biggest
he
thing
was
is
capping. He's
my
capping.
biggest thing
He
is
did
that
not pick
dog, we
these
got
guys.
to be real with ourselves. You lost Ben Johnson, you lost Aaron Glenn. If you think Jared Goff's going to lead you to another 13 to 14 win season, even with Hutchinson coming back, you out of your mind, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I think this is going to hurt. I think this is going to hurt them so much. I wouldn't be surprised if Dan Campbell get Jared Goff up out of there in the next year or two.
And Jared Goff's 6-0
How?
out the playoffs
He's
too,
such
bud.
a great quarterback. I don't know how you get rid of Jared Goff.
And Ator, just to get you a little bit more mad at
Is
Buddy
Ator
Boy,
a Detroit fan, or is he root for Jared Goff? Are you going to follow Jared Goff when he goes to like the Browns?
No, Bud, Ator, just so you know, just to get your panties in a bunch even more, Dak Prescott and Jared Goff are the same quarterback. The same quarterback. Okay. So that's all I got to say there.
Dak, Jared, and Kirk, all the same guys.
You can go in and you can type a whole paragraph about how it's not. Use your advanced stats.
So, wait. Ator, what are you? How old are you?
He went to school with Jared Goff?
Goff?
I'm calling malarkey on that. I'm calling malarkey on that.
I mean,
No,
that has to be a good explanation on why he keeps on defending Jared Goff.
What if it is Jared Goff? What if it is Jared Goff?
Might be Jared.
There's no way Jared Goff would be doing
because
this,
like whatchamacallit?
Maybe so.
It's like it's no different from like Micah's brother to an extent defending him. So it's like
I'm sorry, they're related. Dog, Jared Goff would have went to school with Altor, and he could have not known that nigga at
And also,
all.
Riddell.
I don't know that.
Michael Parsons'
Yeah,
brother
you don't
didn't call somebody hoe, like completely misspell my last name for 8 weeks straight. Like, come on, bro. It's not.
Hey man, I don't.
And
I'm not getting in between you and Autor's beef. You all have a different.
Yeah, no, he's a loser. But no, Ator. Also, you keep using
Don't
your
call
advanced
hey, apologize. Apologize.
Okay, I apologize.
But come on, Michael, be the
I
bigger
apologize.
person.
I apologize.
Okay,
Sorry.
you be the bigger person.
I still love you.
Listen up, Autor.
Maybe he thought Baldine Ho was your real name.
That's crazy. Listen up.
Maybe he thought that was your real name. I don't know.
Crazy.
It was clever though. It's clever.
It's not
man.
clever. It's just a meme. Like
he's in the chat. He's
one
engaging.
letter.
We do. Hey, the fact that we are calling you out means that you're doing your job there in the chat, Autor. So we appreciate you. Legitimate question. Now that we understand that golf is trash, overrated, and he never was the guy. Well, how do you?
So
feel?
is Trevor Lawrence, buddy. We're not
man,
letting you live that down. We're not
I ain't
letting you live that down.
gonna lie with Del. That Trevor
Nah,
Lawrence.
yeah. You're talking a little too crazy right now.
Hey Brandon. Hey Brandon.
Yo.
Hey Brandon. Oh, everybody be quiet. Brandon.
Go ahead.
AR5.
What about him? I never said it was great.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Whoa. Look at one time when I looked at it. I said he was good at it. When did I say he was good? When?
Brandon, you were excited when you guys. I was there on the phone with you when you guys first drafted him. You were excited.
That's
I also
okay.
told
That's
you
not.
that's not.
Kid.
I got
Let's not do
excited because we didn't draft Will Levis. That's how excited I was. You don't remember me saying, "Please don't draft Will Levis. Please no Will Levis. Please no."
No, I remember that. I remember you being excited about AR5.
Oh, now you're lying. And
okay,
also,
so bro,
no, stop. Also, when I told you Bryce Young was good, right? I'll say he was a good processor. What did you say? Oh no, man, I don't trust him. I wanted CJ Stroud. I don't think he's good. Now you're on his nuts now, huh?
Crazy.
Hold on. F that.
No, yeah, you want to pull cards? We gonna pull cards. We gonna pull cards.
Early.
Come on. No, I got a rebuttal. Give me a second.
No.
F dot.
I can't let you rebuttal because I haven't even asked my question. You guys interrupted me. So, Autor, I know you're upset. You're crashing out a little bit. Now, apparently, we don't know sports. It's all cool.
This ain't over, Brandon. This ain't over.
I understand it. It's all cool. I'm going to ask you a genuine question. You know, now you're in the mud. You're kind of feeling bad. So, curious on the Detroit fandom. How do you feel about the Detroit Lions next year with Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn gone? I am genuinely curious. Let us know in the chat. You know, I'm trying to reach out to a guy in sorrow right now.
Your own head coach said this is probably our last chance. I want you to know that, Altar.
So I was just curious. So I'll let him respond. Genuine question, and then continue with what
Bro uses advanced stats when he has literally the best play.
So hold
caller in
up,
the
real
league,
quick,
the
because we
best
speaking
offensive
about us
line,
loving our quarterbacks, right?
top 10
Okay.
weapons. Like,
I'm
all right,
I'm
bro.
actually proud of myself
Like,
for
we don't
finally.
know football, but all you do is use advanced stats. Okay,
I'm
bro.
actually proud of myself. No offense to you, Mike. I gotta use you though. I'd rather not be Mike and be on the fence about Dak. I'm actually proud of myself because I came around maturity, growth. I'm 30 now. I came around to accepting my quarterback and rooting for him at least for the time he's
You
here.
rooted for him
Hey,
when
I'm
literally he
just
started playing
I
well.
let you
shut
cook.
In
up.
I
your
let you
flip
cook.
flop
I
early.
let you cook.
Early, I'm trying to
I let
hear
you
that. You
cook.
said that
Why do I have
Dyson
to
can
get? Why do I
jump
have
Yeah,
to get
over a
stopped?
exactly.
piece of
Thank
paper.
you. He
Why do
was
I have to get
against it the
stopped?
whole
Why do I have to get
time.
stopped? Okay, first of
You
all,
said he can
finish.
jump
Let
over a
them
piece of
finish.
paper.
two
There's
things.
Flip
Two
nothing
flop,
things.
obvious
bro. You
about
can't
that,
do
bro.
that.
Two
Don't make me bring the
things.
clip up.
So Brandon. One. Well, let me. You're last on the list. F. Dot. I heard you coming there. Hey, your guy sucks in the playoffs. Let's move on.
Yeah, and he's
So
maybe top
Wait,
10 at
who,
tour.
Lamar?
That's where
yeah,
he is.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
top 10.
yeah, yeah.
Nothing has
When you get
changed.
tired of him disappointing you, let me know.
I'm already tired of him disappointing
And
me.
then Brandon. So AR5, right? What are we doing with this? So we just not a fan of him?
What are you talking about?
I'm asking you, how do you feel about AR5?
Literally, bro, they already said that they're gonna bring in quarterback competition. So if he doesn't play well in the next year, he's gone. I'm cool with it.
So who you looking for?
They literally said they're bringing in quarterback competition. So that's probably gonna be a Justin Fields type or drafting somebody, Jackson Dart. I don't know.
Bro's bringing up Monday night quarterback, the best Monday
Brandon,
night
I hate this
quarterback
about because
ever.
we
Oh
all
my
have guys.
god,
Here's the
that
thing
is
about Brandon.
sad, bro.
We all have guys that we
You're
have to at
sad,
least.
bro.
We
Wait,
all
how's
have
it say? What do
guys.
you mean? What do you mean? How's it say?
Wait a minute. We all have guys that we ride for or we don't ride for that we got to eat. But Brandon gets to just
No.
be on the fence.
I'm gonna be
Brandon can
honest
just
with
be
you.
on the fence, so that way it's never. If something break, he can say, "I ain't had to do with me.
Ho,
I
ho,
ain't do
ho,
it."
ho, 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 ho. I told you from the beginning, Will Levi Jeans sucked. And
Most
you kept
definitely, you got. Hey, look,
no, stop. No, you gotta
Garner and Will
no,
Levi jeans.
stop,
No,
stop,
but we
stop.
already had this
No,
conversation.
stop.
I've already admitted to it.
You're
You
not
want to
gonna tell me
bring
no,
it back
no,
up? You
No,
got
Brandon,
it.
go ahead. Brandon, go ahead. Brandon, yeah,
No.
no.
You told us all off season that Will Levi Jeans was good. You even went as far as to say he was better than Tua. That's what you told us. And I kept telling you week after week, bro, he sucks. I'm telling you. And now, after he finally shit the bed like 1,000 times, now you're off of him now. Now that's what you're telling me. Don't do that. You don't get the flip flop. What you do is you wait till it's actually a certainty, and then you change over. That's what you
Early,
do.
you were
Don't
saying
try,
Brock
That's
don't
Purdy
try
was
not.
to
going to
flip
be
it
the
over
next
like
Tom
That's
Brady.
not true at all.
That's not. It is true.
That's not
It is
true at all.
We all
You
see
said
it.
Brock Purdy was going to be the next Tom Brady. Early, stop it.
I still think he can be Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Again,
that's
do you guys?
absolutely insane. That's
I
insane.
want to say this again. Do you guys know who Tom Brady was his first 5 or 6 years in the league?
He's
Because he was
better than
mid as
Brock
fuck.
Purdy. He's better than Brock Purdy.
So in Tom Brady's second year, was he third in MVP votes?
Come on.
I'm just
Okay,
saying.
did he have
Now we're
one of
not
the
going
best
off of
rosters of all
actual
time?
team wins
I'm
and
just
how
saying.
We have
voting
I'm
to
just
process.
continue
saying.
to
I'm
do
just
this,
saying.
bro.
And
Like, we
then
already
F dot,
cooked
you
him,
got
bro.
some fucking nerve. Hey man, I don't want my quarterback throw 40 touchdowns if he's gonna fucking lose the first time they play. Okay? Somebody care about that?
Second time,
Shift
but
God,
I missed
don't
And
listen
then,
to
and then,
early.
hold on,
Early's
wait a
just
minute, and
dumb.
wait a minute, and then have a press conference after the game about just
Yeah, he
tired of
will.
turnovers and nigga, you turn the ball over. You tired of? Are you tired of
Hey,
yourself?
to be fair, he had a generational second half and got sold. Hey,
He
that's
did.
all.
He
That's
make
all I'm
up
gonna
for
say.
it.
He had a perfect second half, and they sold him. It is what it
Hey,
is.
Riddell. Now I'm gonna be all the way nasty. Hey, Riddell, what did y'all? What did Patrick Mahomes have? Did he have a good first half and second half, or did he just have one good first half and one good second half?
Oh my god, dude.
What are
I'm
we
just
talking
saying.
about?
Hey, let me
We're talking
nasty.
about.
Shut up,
I'm just
bro.
saying.
Like, you're
I'm just
just
saying.
mad,
You know what's
bro.
funny though? You know what's funny? You know what's funny? You know what's
I'm
funny?
not involved with
You
y'all.
know what's funny, F dot? You know what's funny, F dot?
I'm a
Your
neutral party.
biggest argument for Jalen Hurts is that he don't turn the ball over. But funny enough, the quarterback that you root for does.
Oh
So
yeah, he
how you
do.
feel?
He do
Yeah.
turn the ball over, and that shit pissed me off,
All
bro.
right, can we get
But
to some real
one thing I can
conversations here?
respect, at least he ain't go out. At least he ain't go out sad though. That's one thing I respect about Lamar. He could have went out sad and just got blown down that second half, and it's just like another choker from Lamar. But he tried his best, man. Niggas sold him. It's that simple. He
Too
sold
English
him.
it's not about a white guy. I like the underdog. I root for the underdog. I like Jordan Love.
Contrarian Cofield.
I root for the
Contrarian Cofield.
underdog. Okay. I come from nothing. Okay, I'm a bastard at this moment, mother and father gone off this world. I like to root for the underdog, man. I root for the guy you don't expect, and every now and then, rooting for the guy you don't expect, he can hurt your heart. A la Will Levi Jeans, as Brandon calls him, and Gardner Minshew. So, I get it. It happens to the best of us. You know what I'm saying? But Brandon gets a lollygag around here and not root for his quarterback and stuff like that. So I'm gonna let him good. Let him cook, okay? But you were happy about Quinn Richardson.
I literally said during the pick, I chanted for 8 minutes. Please don't get Will Levis. Please don't get Will Levis. Please don't get Will. I literally said that. I literally I'm on record saying that, and I was so happy.
So on record, if your man goes crazy
bro.
next year, if it's third year he goes crazy next year, are you rooting for him?
I literally said that they're going to bring in quarterback competition like a Justin Fields, like a Jackson Dart.
Crazy though, will you root for him?
If he plays well, I honestly didn't like what I saw from him. Playing bad is fine, but when you don't sit there and grind and do the stuff that you're supposed to do as a professional, that's what I don't like. That's why I can't get behind, because all the stories I'm hearing now of him like not doing everything to prepare as a guy that you're supposed to be the franchise quarterback. I don't like stuff like that. I grew up on the Andrew Lucks and the Peyton Mannings, where those guys prepared game in, game out, studied film. They were pros at the room. Like I don't want to see nobody like sitting there and just acting like
do it again.
Yeah,
Riddell, do it again.
Do it again.
What did he do?
He highlighted.
Oh, did he do the violin thing or something?
No,
is that what he did?
Stop trying to post that, okay?
Wait, what did he say? I'm missing
Here's
something.
my thing. If I could, Zay King says, "Stop trying to be different, Earl." Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I like to be different. Here's the thing. Okay. All right. Going into this off season. We saw a couple coach hirings. We talked about Ben. We talked about Aaron Glenn. We talked about the coach getting the Bengals DC, who y'all believe in. Y'all think they have enough talent. Hopefully he can make Latu become, Trey Henderson. Hendrickson. Here's my biggest thing. Okay, with the Detroit line, we talked about Detroit Lions and what they're gonna look like next year. Teams will only get better. Okay, teams will only get better. I'm looking at the Commanders getting better. I'm looking at the Giants getting better. I don't believe in Jalen Hurts. I still don't believe in Jalen Hurts. I think he loses versus Jaden Daniels, and then for once and all, we can just be done with him for the season.
That ain't happening. We get another rematch.
Good luck with that one. Yeah. See, early. You just said you're not. You just said you're not gonna go all in, and you're not riding for anyone, but you're doing the opposite of riding. You're like just dead hating.
Q, how about you respect the Giants? You see, we're about to get Shador Sanders. And once we get Shador Sanders,
and ruin
because unfortunately we're not getting Kirk because he's going to the Browns. Shador is gonna have the best. He's gonna have his version of a CJ Stroud, Jaden Daniels year. We're gonna go back to back of a rookie quarterback that just goes absolutely. You know what? You know what's funny too? Oh crap! Only if we had the second pick, because it was the second pick that went crazy in both drafts. It was CJ Stroud and Shador. This time, it's not going to be the second pick, but it's going to be the second quarterback, and that'll be Shador. With the same logic, the second quarterback off the board is going to have a generational rookie year, and we're going to go to the playoffs. That's
with what offensive line? With what offensive line?
We'll figure it out. Shout out the $10 super chat.
I'm sure you'll figure. Just like you figured it out last
playing with bad old lines. So.
$10 super chat. Shut up. Thank you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This is
thank
real
you.
Quick.
Thank you, MC.
Michael. It's not a hot take. Jeremiah Smith is already better than Marvin College, and Jeremiah Smith's already considered the best wide receiver ever played for Ohio State. Damn. Shout out.
Hey, salute
Ohio
to
State
MC.
for winning. My Ohio State. The Ohio State.
We gotta. Hey, we also. I'm be real with you. We gotta stop letting Mike come into the season and shitting on the Cowboys. At some point in time, you got to claim your team, my boy.
Why? Dude, okay,
wait,
you're trolling.
Did y'all hear him?
Wait, why?
Why? Why should I when Jerry Jones is our owner? Why should I when we have the worst?
Okay, then Mike. So then Mike, let's solidify it right now, Mike.
Line.
And let's solidify it right now. Who's your new team? Since you're not gonna root for Jerry Jones' home team.
I'm not. No, dude. Here's what I'm gonna do. If you want to be honest, I'm waiting
for
the Cowboys
come on.
again. And I'm just a fan of football, bro. Let's be honest,
Yeah.
bro. I'm
Ain't
honestly,
this
bro,
about a bitch?
Damn.
We
It
let your
got
man
that
just
low,
come.
Mike? It got that
bro,
low, Michael?
dude. It's
Just
been
a fan
dude.
of
I haven't
football
watched a
now?
Cowboys game since week 4, bro. Since we lost to what was it, Baltimore? Yeah, I stopped watching. Or no, Giants was like the last game.
Well,
Whenever Dak got hurt.
you're used to disappointment, Oregon, and the Cowboys. Here's my thing though, man.
Nobody
Here's my
cares about Michigan now that Jim Harbaugh's gone.
well, Ohio State looks, they look pretty good. Okay, cool. Prodigy got a
I
$2
think
super
Michigan's the
chat.
best team
He
in
says
football.
future Dolphin Jeremiah Smith putting it in the air. Here's my thing. Do
With
we
what
believe
quarterback to
that?
throw deep to?
I know, right?
No,
Jeremiah
Um,
Smith is not going to
I
the
thought
Dolphins.
too, but
The only
So
team
I wanted, I
would
wanted,
hate
I
that. I
wanted
would
to
hate
say
that.
this. Here's one thing I wanted to say. Okay, with the last 4 teams left, right? Depending on who wins, who loses, who's the next hot hire off one of these coaching staffs on the last 4 teams?
do you want me to be honest?
I think I know who it is, but go ahead, Mike. Who you got?
It's not hot for me. It's super cold for me. When Kellen Moore's going to be the Dallas head coach,
You really
and
think they're
I'm
gonna
going
hire
to jump off.
Kellen Moore?
What?
You really think they're gonna hire Kellen Moore as a head coach?
Yep, I do. Like, bro.
You say you're gonna jump off a bridge?
Kellen
Oh my
Moore
God.
was our third string quarterback for like literally 6 years when he shouldn't even been in the league. Like Jerry, like what Jason Garrett was to Jerry Jones.
I'm
Kellen
sorry.
Moore
Wait a
is the
minute. Hold
new
up.
version.
Kellen Moore was on the cover of the last NCAA. Like, here's the thing. Don't act like Kellen Moore wouldn't get busy in
Dude,
Boise State.
early stop, bro.
He was
played at
phenomenal at Boise State,
bro,
though.
and he sucked in the league. When he got a chance, he was horrible.
Yeah, he
He
did.
never got a chance, though. You're lying.
He wasn't good early.
He still would have been good, man.
Stop.
Stop.
He
Stop.
play.
Stop.
He did
Stop.
play.
He didn't
you want me to
play.
Go look at the stats. Yes, he did. He played.
He
in
couldn't
games.
even retain a backup job early. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
exactly.
Dude,
That's saying he was out of the league so quick.
He lost a second string battle to Mark Sanchez in 2016. I'm not trying to hear you cape for Kellen Moore being a good NFL quarterback. Okay, at Boise State, he was great all time. Also playing in a bum ass conference. So I'm not trying to hear that nonsense, bro. Like, bro. Let's go look at Kellen Moore's.
No, we don't have
he's
to.
hard.
I don't care about
Four
Kellen
TDs,
Moore.
6 picks. You got it. We can move on.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Abysmal. Abysmal.
58% completion, whatever. Yeah,
That is abysmal.
it sucked.
Oh, God.
Well, okay. So for me, what Mike said is Kellen Moore for his bum ass Cowboys team he won't root for. What about you, F. Dot?
I seen in the chat they was talking about Joe Brady. Honestly, I feel like people been sleeping on Joe Brady. I think last year when who was it? Was it OC Ken Dorsey when they fired their OC?
I think so.
Yeah, when they fired Ken Dorsey and Joe Brady took over, that offense changed. I don't think y'all remember, like, that offense, that team was kind of like moving kind of slow. Like, the offense wasn't looking that great. Josh was turning the ball over, and Joe Brady came in there and was like, "We're gonna run this ball and we're gonna limit the turnovers," and they looked a lot better after he took that position. So I'll go Joe Brady. I like the way he called plays. He's real.
Talk to me, Riddell.
Oh wait, those are the only 2 answers. Steve Spagnuolo, I don't think is leaving the Chiefs.
No, I don't think they're paying him too much.
And he's not good. He's not good as a head coach. He's not. He's one of
He's
them guys
horrible.
that
He's
he's one of them guys that he needs to stay. Yeah, he needs to stay like a Rob Ryan.
He might have learned from his past mistakes, and now he might be a good head coach. It's possible, but
no.
I never believe in that.
I can't think of an example off the top of my head. Well, we'll see. I mean, Cliff went from head coach to OC. I'm sure he's going to get a head coaching job again. I think for the most part.
All right, you can't come up with 4 names. Goddamn, Riddell. Goddamn, you gonna get
I'd rather have Cliff than Kellen Moore.
I mean, the only answer
I literally take
Kellen Moore and Joe
I would
Brady.
die for Cliff over Kellen Moore.
Talk to me, Brandon. Who you got? Because I got Cliff too. Call me, Brandon.
Yeah, Cliff's a good one. Even though I don't think he can make it as a head coach. I think he's just strictly coordinator. But a guy that just got fired from the Bears, Matt Eberflus, I think he could be a good DC somewhere because he's a pretty good defensive coordinator. He's just a bad head coach. I don't think he's ready for that. But if somebody's lucky enough to pick him up for a defensive coordinator spot, that's a good pickup because he can't run a defense.
If
Bro, he
Aaron
worse than that
Glenn, if
anymore.
Aaron Glenn gets Cliff Kingsbury over there on the Jets, and they get a Cam,
No,
no,
still no. I'm
But
sorry.
it's not. It's
I
that's
mean,
not
it
gonna.
depends on like quarterback play. Who are they gonna stick it out
Like,
with Aaron, or are they gonna
No.
go?
why
nah.
would?
Cam Ward.
No.
But if Cliff is gonna stay in OC, why
Cam
in the
Ward is
hell
not
would he
going to be
move away
available
from
to the
Jaden?
Jets.
If I'm Cliff,
Daniels?
I don't.
Yeah,
touch
I'm not
the
leaving
Jets.
Jane
I'm not
Daniels.
touching the Jets.
Yeah, I'm not
touching the
leaving.
Why-
Jets.
I'm
why
not
would you
going
do
to
that? I
your
mean-
OC.
Also, I'm not working under Aaron Glenn. I can get a head coaching job.
Yeah,
So-
facts.
Respect.
I think Cliff should just stay, bro. He's a much better OC than he was a head coach.
But he can't. You know how the money just look better. You can't be OC forever.
The Cardinals
That's true.
were a solid team under Cliff. Like,
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, but like it was.
But yeah, but say if you take, you gotta say if they get to the Super Bowl, Cliff gonna be they're gonna be knocking over chairs to get to Cliff, dog.
No, they will.
Mm.
It's
I don't
not-
know.
Reunited with the Cardinals, maybe.
Could be.
no, Jonathan Gannon's
Oh yeah, Gannon.
Really, yeah. And I'm be real with you, Cliff Kingsbury. If Cliff Kingsbury goes back to the Cardinals, he'll probably unalive Colin Murray.
Oh, he
He's
would
not going
resurrect.
back.
He would
He's not
resurrect.
going back. There's no
Colin
chance.
has
Oh wait,
been
no.
on
You know
the
what?
fifth.
Never mind, because they will never do that. They literally had a chance to either get rid of Kyler or get rid of Cliff Kingsbury.
Exactly.
And they went through with the wrong option.
Exactly.
Oh, so now it's the wrong option. So now it's the wrong option.
It wasn't the wrong option.
I'll be honest with you, dude. You could have got rid of Kyler's ass. You could have put a bridge or something. Drafted a guy.
Consistently miss.
Why we
I
acting
want
like
y'all to know that. I
Tyler
want y'all to know that.
Cook
Here's
is
the F dot roots for F dot is a Lamar fan, even though he's trash in the playoffs. He's a Jalen Hurts fan who's been getting carried, and then he's a Kyler Murray fan. We should not respect his love for quarterbacks. Same way we don't respect mine.
Shut up! You like the most mid
Bro, you
quarterbacks
like
ever,
Will
bro.
Levis,
Get out of
dog.
here
Like,
with
I don't
that.
even want to
Dude.
go back and forth with somebody who
Hey
likes
guys,
Will
hey
Levis,
guys, I'm gonna tell you
Sam
a secret.
Darnold.
Somebody,
And Brock Purdy.
hey, hold on, Brandon. What do they
And Brock
call
Purdy.
No,
F
he's
dot
trying to
and
stop.
Michael? What do they call the F dot and Michael duo? What do they call them? What do
Oh,
they
yeah,
call
Cooper
them?
DeJean. You guys are Cooper DeJean and
Yeah,
Cooper
you fucking Cooper DeJean and Quinion Mitchell.
My
You guys
God.
sure do ride for each other, don't you? The young
Hey.
guns.
Bro, we just
Thanks,
aligned
bro,
on
because y'all
taste.
being
We're just
nasty.
not nasty
The whole
like
Lamar
you.
trash in the playoffs. Like, you
No,
just
I
hate,
never
man.
said that. I'm Lamar. Now Kyler,
Nasty.
I would disrespect all day long. I don't care. But Lamar, I will never talk bad about.
He had one game in the playoffs, bro. Like
said
Kyler
what?
had one game in the playoffs. He didn't play good, but bro, the defense was trash.
F
bro.
dot, I'm gonna be nice.
Y'all got a little interracial bromance going on today. Every time I
like-
say something to F dot, here come Mike. First of all, I'm going to defend my guy, Earl. You're just talking nonsense, Earl.
Because
Like, what
you
is this?
are. No, I just aligned with
Ebony
F dot
and
more
Ivory.
than you. That's just
My God.
facts. That's just facts. It's not about I don't like
Fucking
it.
Joey
Let me
Bosa,
be
Khalil
chatting.
Mack over here.
I tell you.
Jesus
You just
Christ.
be chatting.
I'll take
You just
cream
be
with my
chatting.
coffee. You fucking.
God damn. Never seen it before a day in my
Nah,
life.
Stop, bro.
I get.
Cute. Chill.
The YN.
I got it. Hey guys, in the chat right now, guys. Name great white and black duos, and no matter what it is, just start naming good white and black
Man,
duos.
we Tom and Randy, bro. Come on, stop playing with it. Come on, baby.
Come on, bro. Nah, you just be chatting earlier.
Q English said young nigga, young Caucasian.
I don't think Caucasian was what he was using there. I don't think it was that.
No.
But hey man, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with
All
it.
right, so let's get back to football, man. Let's get back to football. That's funny. So the Commanders do play the Eagles in Philadelphia, and we know the Chiefs play the Bills in Kansas City. Do the Commanders have a chance to take this thing to the Super Bowl?
Yes, I am not betting against Jay Daniels ever again. Yes, they are going to the bowl. They are beating the Eagles. I'm saying it right now. I am not betting against Jay Daniels no more. He won. That's it. Yes,
Riddell?
absolutely.
I mean, if the question, do they have a chance? Of course they have a chance. Now, do I think they will? No. I mean, at the end of the day, Jaden Daniels.
What's your big concern for the Commanders with dealing with the Eagles?
Well, the Commanders are going to have to force the Eagles to make the same kind of dumb mistakes that the Lions did in that game, especially considering that the defense that the Lions brought out was so injury riddled that they weren't as good anymore and they just couldn't keep up. So, for the most part, Jaden Daniels not only has to play a perfect game, but also they have to get the same type of turnovers and they have to be able to move the ball consistently against that Eagles defense. That's just too much to do. And yeah, I am impressed by their front seven, which is why I said that they're going to be a big factor in that game.
Mhm.
But Saquon provides much more versatility, and Jalen Hurts.
Wait a minute though. Here's the thing though. I'm gonna say this though. Here's the thing though. That Lions O line is better than that Eagles O line. Not too much, not by a lot, but they're the best in the league. If they can slow them down a little bit, do you think they can do a good chance for to stop that Eagles run? I mean, we know Saquon is amazing, but so is Jameer Gibbs. Not saying he's Saquon, but can they if they slow Saquon down? Do we trust Jalen Hurts having to put the ball in the air 30 times?
They don't have to, because the difference between the Eagles and the Lions is one, Saquon Barkley provides more versatility when he's on the field. David Montgomery is coming off an injury, so he was not going to be that good, which was the expectation. Jameer Gibbs was going to have to carry, but Jameer Gibbs is no Saquon. He doesn't provide the same level of versatility outside and inside the tackles. And
he was getting busy though. He did have
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because there are certain things you want to do with Saquon that he will be able to provide that Jameer Gibbs just doesn't. As for Jalen Hurts, he doesn't have to pass the ball. He can run it. And that's the biggest difference. He can run outside the pocket. He can run within the pocket. And he can just gain 3-4 yards to make it easier for them. He doesn't need the big plays.
So I want to play both sides. And I want you to give me a way to command. This is how the Commanders win. This is how the Eagles win. So you're saying how the Eagles win is feed Saquon, let him use versatility. And you say how the Commanders win is what?
No, the way the Eagles win is that their front four has to get pressure on Jaden Daniels without sending extra pressure. That's
Which
how
they can do easily.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They have probably they have one of the best front fours in the NFL right now, and with their secondary playing as they've been playing.
Quinion Mitchell might not play, by the way. I'll just let you know.
Still got Cooper DeJean. Still got
Darius Slay. Come on now, it ain't no.
Still got Isaiah. You got plenty of depth.
Isaiah Rodgers was good too.
Okay.
And as for the Commanders, the way they win is they're gonna have to force turnovers. That's the biggest thing.
And Jalen Hurts don't turn the ball over. That's the biggest difference. He not throwing 3 picks.
Well, since he's stepping on your time, Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes. How do the Commanders win and how do the Eagles win?
Come
on, Sydney.
I do want to ride with the Commanders. Let me make this very clear. I do want the Commanders to win. I've been one of the only few people that have been riding with the Commanders. Brandon, early. I've been riding with the Commanders these last couple weeks.
I don't care about that, all right?
But I just don't think they're going to get the job.
Hey, Brandon, get a load of nigga who rides for the Commanders because his quarterback can't win the playoffs. Hey, real quick. Riddell also called you out.
That's crazy.
Riddell also said, I'm not sure Riddell actually watches many Gibbs games. He literally did every solid running all season, especially while Montgomery was out. Gibbs leads all running back after catch and passing. How you feel about this? He's challenging your football knowledge, Riddell.
Yeah, he also
said Arthur is a biased Lions fan. He probably thinks Jameer Gibbs is the best running back in the NFL.
Yeah, he also said Saquon Barkley's foos gold multiple times in chat. So.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to entertain dumb things, you know. Jameer Gibbs is good. I consider him a top 5 running back, but there's levels to
Hurts did fumble hella times. He just didn't. They just recovered it.
Ain't recovered.
It doesn't count as a turnover, buddy, if you ain't pick the ball up.
But
whatever, bro.
I think Riddell hit the nail on the head when it comes to the Eagles' path to win. They have to get pressure to Jane Daniels without sending blitzes. I trust Vic Fangio. Like, Vic Fangio doesn't get enough credit. We talk about Kellen Moore and like how he could be better. Vic Fangio is one of the best defensive minds in the game right now. He has been for a while. I just think that the last 2 teams, they played a lot of man, they blitzed a lot, and they didn't have the personnel to do that. Quinion Mitchell being out is definitely scary, but I think, the biggest way that they stop Jane Daniels, look, Jane Daniels is going to be able to run regardless, in my opinion. He's just that special of a player. But You got to get pressured.
And Jalen Carter can be a crash out at times. Sometimes he be roughing the pass, or he'll do a little extra.
He's the reason why they won that game. I mean, he was getting pressure most of the game, double teamed. He was the one who forced that fumble for Kyron Williams there. He got the sack late in the game. Like he's been special this playoff run, and like to me.
So Mike, for me, let me ask you this question, and I'm looking at Riddell when I ask it. Going into next year, you taking Dexter Lawrence or Jalen Carter going into next year?
Dexter Lawrence next.
Yeah,
Sorry, okay. Dexter Lawrence is still a freaking beast, dude. Like
he was supposed to win deep.
Yeah, Dexter Lawrence was carrying that defense. Like I'm not like let's just be honest. Like Jalen Carter, he's really really good, but he's not better than Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah, well, I heard people call it baby Aaron Donald, but okay, all right, just asking.
But Dexter Lawrence is, I mean, but like no, I think the ends have to contain. Like, contain on the edge. If Jaden Daniels is going to run, make him run in between the gaps and go down the middle so that you can hit him. Like, if you're going to, don't let him get the sideline. Like, if he's going to run, you got to hit him.
You got to put a spy on him.
Yeah, and I think, I think for the Commanders,
that boy fast, though.
You got to get the ball out quick. Cliff Kingsbury's got to have another master class. You got to get Terry McLaurin the ball in space. I think that I think at this point, limiting the big play, like stopping the big play for Jaden Daniels and the Commanders is just not going to happen. There's going to be a couple plays in that game where, TC's McLaurin's going to do his thing, Jaden Daniels is going to do his thing, but you got to limit guys like De'Ami Brown. Like De'Ami Brown has made a lot
and Shevis, whatever his name is.
And I think
Shevis, so whatever his name is. So
yeah, and I think if anyone has the personnel to run man against this team, it's the Eagles. Like the Eagles have the personnel to do it.
I'll be real with you. I don't think a corner on the Commanders can stop Scary Terry one-on-one. I'm just being honest with you.
But like without Cosme, this offensive line isn't good. Like this offensive line is not good without Cosme. Like Cosme, he did incredible against.
Yeah, that's gonna be a point. He's the best lineman. That's gonna be a scary one.
He shut down Reader. He did a great job. So I think that's just going to be a big problem for them. But I think it'll be close. I mean, unless Jalen Hurts has a masterclass, which I'm honestly not expecting, it'll probably be a close game. But yeah.
All right, let's move on. The same thing. How do they win? How do they lose? Again, Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes. How do they win? How do they lose? How do they win? And on each side, how do the Chiefs win? How do the Bills win? Mike, on you, Mike.
The Bills' way they win is don't get cute and run the ball. Like we saw how exploitable that run game was, especially early in the game for the Texans. The way that they were exploiting that defense, and this team is built to do it. I thought the offensive line for the Bills played great the last two games, and they've been good all season, but they've really stepped it up. So I think that's the path to success. Use Ray Davis, use Johnson, use James Cook. Don't get cute with having Josh Allen sit back and throw it 35 times. Control the clock. And then for the Chiefs, I mean, honestly, bro, you got to be able to win outside. I think that the Bills are they're probably going to go in and stop the run, to be honest with you. So those receivers got to win outside against those corners, and Patrick Mahomes is going to have to be Patrick Mahomes.
Don't throw the Benford way because he's strapping anything down on his side.
Travis Kelce is going to be the X factor again because I feel like those corners can do a really good job against those receivers.
But quality, Mike, that safety plan has been very good with wrapping DeMar Hamlin. We poo-pooed DeMar Hamlin. He's been damn good this year.
I get that. But last year we were big, and this was last year, but we were big.
So what about Rap?
Rap got injured against the Ravens. He had
but I think he out for good. I think he playing this game.
I think all of us thought Kyle Hamilton last year was going to do a good job on Travis Kelce, and he got absolutely shredded. So
the first half he got shredded. I feel like in the second half he calmed.
Yeah.
No, he did. But it was just that's what it's. I don't think that these corners, Rap is good, but he's not covering Kelce still. He's just not big enough, in my opinion, to do that. Kelsey's got the size advantage on him. So
All
yeah,
right, so
I, I, I would say
as of 11 hours ago, Rat has a hip problem. Christian Benford is still in concussion protocol, and Matt Milano is limited hamstring. If all three of them don't play, it
That's
might be
tough.
good. Boy, it
Yeah.
might be
if
good win.
Milano's not at his best, that's a problem, bro. Because
All right,
he's
talk to
rookie.
me, F. Dot. How the Chiefs win? How the Bills win?
Yeah, I mean, similar. I think Mike was basically broke it down perfectly. Bills got to run the ball. That's where it starts offensively. Run the ball. Josh Allen, don't turn the ball over. It's exactly what you did against the Ravens. He played a perfect game. He they controlled the game. He didn't turn the ball over. He made the right plays when he needed to. And defensively, they was locked in. They stopped the run. The corners was locked in. And they forced turnovers. They got to do the same against the Chiefs. And for the Chiefs, what's his name? Patrick Mahomes got to be locked in. Obviously, don't turn the ball over. You can't let the Bills eat up the time of possession, because then they're just gonna like kind of run away with the game. Um, and they need the wideouts to go off. They need a big game out of Hollywood. Hopkins, Kelsey needs to show up. Look at other tight end. He's also solid too. Um, yeah, I mean, they just gonna have to
Stop
show up.
typing the R word in the chat, fellas. Thank you. Go ahead.
But yeah, that's really it. And defensively, the Chiefs, honestly, they just gotta stop the run. Like, if they stop the run, those wide receivers they're really easy to kind of contain. They're not really, like, I don't really see anybody as a threat wide receiver wise. Like, Amari's
Josh
not
Allen
really.
masterclass.
Yeah, he
How do
just
you
got
stop
has
Josh
got
Allen in the red zone?
exactly.
Riddell, 2 years in a row they've beaten you guys. At least in the regular season. How did the Bills win? How did the Chiefs win? And there is a way the Bills can win. So don't try to act like you on the Chiefs side. Just give me both sides.
Well, like Michael said, and like what people were saying over here, the Chiefs, at the end of the day, their receivers need to make big plays. The Bills are going to do what is they're going to bail out in stopping the run in particular, which will probably involve them loading up that box, and they're going to force the receivers to beat them. That's what they did against the Ravens. And obviously, Derrick Henry had some success here and there, but it wasn't a consistent running game by any means. And Lamar had to beat them with the pass. Now, obviously, Mahomes is different from Lamar. And the thing with the Ravens is not only did Lamar have question marks, but they only had one legit receiver other than the tight ends, like because Zay Flowers was out, of course. So
I want to also apologize to you, Riddell, for saying that Lamar was in the same with Bam. I was agreeing with Bam with saying Lamar. There is no more Patrick Mahomes in the tier by itself. Lamar's there, Joe Burrow's there, and Josh Allen's there. Clearly, Lamar isn't there, and I apologize for that. My bad.
so the other guys aren't either, but
Yeah, we'll see about the other
we'll keep
two.
on
Well,
going.
we'll see. We'll see. They still have a chance, but if they
There
I
is no
apologize for them too.
even if I want us to be all on the same page here.
Yeah.
Even if Josh Allen beats Mahomes, he's still not on Mahomes' tier.
Yeah, he's not.
Like I just
The
want to
biggest
be.
the biggest question is if he does beat him, will we expect to see you next week?
Oh, for sure. I'll be here. Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see.
Look at that.
He doesn't. He still has
Everybody, we
Super
have
Bowl,
to
so-
all get Bills gear because if they win, we got to all wear Bills gear just to throw this man.
I'm actually with Riddell Mahomes, so I'm good with it.
You know what? It's to be fair. Sometimes I gotta take some L's. Like I got Ohio State winning, Yankees making the World Series, even though they lost against the Dodgers. All my teams all usually do pretty well. But if the Chiefs lose next week,
Boy, Riddell just swear he Ligradamus. Boy, you just swear you get everything right.
I probably will lock. I probably will be here. But
The
anyway,
Yankees are the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, let Brad. Oh, are you done? Are you done? Oh,
no, I wasn't. So yeah, the Chiefs receivers will have to make big plays against the Bills in this game and be a real difference maker to put pressure on that pass defense and that run defense, to be honest. When was Ohio State my team? I said this, to be fair, you don't know J Game because I don't really talk about college football, but I live in Ohio. I said Ohio State was my team last year.
Yes, you did.
I've been on the Ohio State train.
For like a year.
Well, the crazy thing is I don't be ducking. That's a false accusation. But as for the Bills,
Yeah.
the Bills.
I ain't gonna lie. Hold on, wait, because when them Bills beat Patrick Mahomes during the regular season, we ain't see you for a little bit. You got real busy on us.
I was busy that Sunday. You guys wanted me to come on Sunday. I was busy
But
Sunday.
that's also like not some like that's a reoccurring theme. Usually the Bills do win.
Yes, Cole. The game is an Arrowhead.
It is. But as for the Bills, how they're going to win is they're going to have to control the game, the tempo of the game. And the biggest thing is Josh Allen has to be the final person with the ball at the end of the game. Because in the game
And not get the yips and want to turn it over like he do every damn season versus Patrick Mahomes. Jesus Christ, when he get the ball last, he get the yips.
Well, when you play
I
against
know
a
Terry
top tier
Josh
quarterback,
Allen
man, sometimes you
agree
feel like
with
you
that.
can't measure up. But go ahead,
I
Renell.
think Josh Allen's played really well against the Chiefs. I think.
No, Michael, when he had he had the chance to seal the deal and ended up having to kick a field goal. That nigga tried to turn the ball over literally 3 times on that drive. He almost threw a pick. He almost fumbled. Like, bro, he was getting the yips, man. He was playing great the whole game. When he had the ball last,
had the
he was
floor,
nervous.
guys.
Yeah,
I'm
Stephon
sorry.
Diggs also pulled a Mark Andrews too. So.
All right, go ahead.
Riddell?
But that's all I got. Josh Allen has to control the tempo. Go ahead, Brandon.
All right, my biggest thing for me for the Chiefs to win. I'm sorry for the Bills to win. They're gonna have to be. Josh Allen's gonna have to put his superhero cape on like he often does. We've seen it all year. He's just gonna have to be clutch. He's gonna have to move the ball. Sometimes the receivers aren't gonna get open. You don't have like a transcendent guy on this offense, receiver wise. So if they do they regularly do, let Josh Allen play the hero ball, run it in a bunch of times with Cook, who's been a really good running back in these playoffs. That's how they win the game, and try to contain Patrick Mahomes as much as you can. And as far as the Chiefs, I feel as though their offense should be really balanced, not too relying on the pass, not too relying on the run. Just have that perfect balance, and on the defensive side of the ball, contain Josh Allen, try to stop those explosive plays with him passing and running the ball. Karlaftis has really stepped up. He was in CJ Stroud hip pocket all night, so they're gonna need Karlaftis to come alive. Chris Jones come alive. McDuffie gonna have to have a good game, and that's how they beat Josh Allen. And if you have Patrick Mahomes, if you give him the ball last on the last drive, you already know what time it is. He's the most clutch quarterback in the entire game, so that's how they win.
All right, so real quick, with the NFL honors being held on the 6th of February, we're gonna go through our picks and then we'll get out of here. So first up, defensive rookie of the year. Who do we have getting this award?
Easily Jared Verse for me.
Jared Verse.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, everybody agrees on Jared Verse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Offensive player of the year. I think we all
rookie?
going with offensive rookie. I think we'll go with Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
No, give me Bo Nix. Just
Offensive
kidding.
rookie of the year. Yeah, Jaden.
Yeah, give me Jaden Daniels.
Yep.
Okay. The offensive player of the year. Well, before we do that, let's go. Comeback player of the year. Who we got?
I still say J.K. Dobbins. I don't care what anybody else says.
I like JK too. I ain't gonna lie.
I do not care for this award at all, so whatever.
But Joe Burrow considered like a comeback or no?
I'm not sure. I think they changed their criteria.
Nobody knows the criteria for this
DeMar
award.
Hamlin.
Is
Oh yeah,
my guy.
Demar is too. Demar, that's cool.
I mean,
did he already win one though?
No,
No, we didn't win last year.
Yes, he won last year.
Didn't he
No,
win
he
last
didn't. Joe Flacco
He
did.
did.
no, he didn't. Joe Flacco won.
Oh,
he did. Oh, he must have won a different version. I'm going J.K. Dobbins. So
I'm cool with it. Hamlin
I'm
or
going with DeMar. Hopefully DeMar gets it because he became not only a solidified starter this year, but the boy was. But they about to make it to the Super Bowl damn near. So I'm going with DeMar. What, Brandon? You say you don't care?
Don't really care. This award is stupid. Go
Michael.
ahead,
Was N'Kobe Dean injured?
Yeah, he is injured.
Okay.
I'll go N'Kobe Dean to be different.
So we know Kevin O'Connell got Coach of the Year, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So offensive player of the year or defensive player of the year, who we got? Defensive player of the year.
But for coach of the year, I mean, I said this because even though he won, I did say that it was between him or Andy Reid. I said that I wouldn't give it to Dan Campbell personally. It was really just between those two guys.
What about the Commanders coach? Why not the Commanders coach?
Because those they went 12-5.
Two guys I mentioned are just above them. That's why.
They're better. The win record matters.
And bro.
But what? So we all think taking the Commanders with a rookie quarterback in 12-5.
The win record matters more.
Also, like
It's like the MVP.
let's be honest.
Like, we already know.
Dude, the Commanders did not play like good football for like the majority of the season. Like they were inconsistent, but they lost to the Cowboys. Like they lost to teams they shouldn't have lost. They were in a dogfight with the Saints.
Why
I know that this
using your team as the team that Nick supposed to beat. They
because
were
they had Cooper Rush at quarterback. What do you mean?
all right. Well, Cooper Rush did damn good towards the end of the season, with especially when your boy came back.
All right, bro.
When Michael Parsons came back. I'm just saying. All right, defensive player of the year, who we got?
Man, what's his name? Dexter Lawrence was still healthy. I would
Either Surtain or Miles Garrett again.
Pat Surtain.
PS2. And
I'm gonna go PS2 on record, like Brandon said alone.
I
PS2.
still stand by my statement earlier in the season that he had this year one of the greatest cornerback seasons we've ever seen.
If they make the playoffs, I think Trey Henderson might have
Red Lou.
the
It wasn't top 10. Red Lou.
Yeah, I think
I've seen some better corner play.
But also, like,
have you?
Yeah, I have.
He carried an entire defense solely because of how great he is.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm taking Nomney 08. I'm taking Nomney 08-09 year over him any day.
It's cap,
bro. Y'all love
Red Lou. Listen.
Come on.
No. Listen. Champ Bailey had 8 interceptions, gave up 0 touchdowns in 05.
Yeah, I'll give you Champ.
In 06, he had 10 picks, gave up 0 touchdowns. Those are 2 of the best top 10.
People don't throw it at PS2's direction. Like,
you said what?
People are not throwing it in PS2.
They didn't throw it in Champ's direction.
Yes, they did.
They didn't throw it in Nomney's direction either. Darrell Reeves is over him too.
Darrell Reeves. You got Deion Sanders multiple years.
Look, I'm not trying to be nasty.
You got Richard Sherman. No, he
What year was that? Is that 12 or 13? That Chris Harris year?
2012.
Chris Harris was what?
Year over Richard Sherman's.
Akeem Talib. You had
Wait. You're taking PS2 this season over Richard Sherman?
Had a good year.
Last year, yeah. Richard Sherman had a stat.
Charles Woodson in an 09. Charles Woodson in 09, man. Come on.
Bro, Pat.
Okay, you got Charles
was
Woodson.
crazy for a little bit.
Peanut Tillman, Charles Peanut Tillman with the 10 he had 10 forced fumbles. No, I'm sorry. 7 forced fumbles?
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Look, I just think
that's fine.
Oh yeah, Stephon
Gilmore's DPOY. Shout out to Marty. Stephon Gilmore DPOY
He's at the conversation. It's kind of crazy to me that PS2 is also going to have a DPOY season, but we're acting like it's just, it's whatever. It's whatever.
No, yeah, PS2 did deserve it.
Maybe you didn't hear
it's no fit. It's almost like Lamar's giving up on him. It's like Lamar's MVP last year. That shit weak.
I'm not mad at Champ Bailey. I'm not.
What you saying? PS2's DPOY this year is weak.
Weak.
No, that's not weak. I'm not saying
weak
that.
Is crazy. No, weak is
no. All right, now we're dragging it. But I'm just saying, as compared to other seasons that I've seen personally, dog, those guys will lock. I'm talking lockdown. I understand, but they had the picks to go with it, which is insane to me.
People are not throwing in his direction.
They threw the
people did not throw a Nomney and Champ direction like that, bro. Like, what are you talking about? He's telling you they did not.
The only reason
you think he was better than Revis Island in 09, bro?
No, the only reason why I'm bringing it up, and I said I'll give you Darrell.
Niggas not throwing his direction. Actually, it hurts his argument.
And he still had 5 picks.
Wait, how did that hurt?
People did throw it to Darrell way, and he still had 5 picks.
Wait, I just think
because I'm gonna tell you why I heard his argument. Because
I'll give you Darrell.
But I'm not in the Namdi thing. Like those teams, like when Namdi was in Oakland, like he was locked down, but like. Bro, they were like most of the time teams were up on that.
Josh Norman's 2015 year. That was a crazy. That nigga shut Julio down twice. Grab Julio.
Wow, that wasn't bad in PS2.
Nah. Josh Norman, he was.
Give me PS2.
He was a system guy.
No, now we're just being.
He was a system on.
But we talking about for one season, Brandon. Josh Norman 15 year. He strapped Julio down twice.
The same person you said is trash in the red zone.
PS2 strapped Jamar though.
We talking about the whole game though.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
prime Julio.
Strapping Jamar moved me though. That moved
Strapping
me.
Jamar.
in a triple crown year. In a triple crown year.
You know what's even better?
I'm
Brandon?
sorry. How did he strap Lamar down? How did he strap him down?
Jamar Chase this season is having one of the best receiver seasons we ever seen. Triple crown, and PS2 still locked that boy up.
And he
You sure about that? You sure about that?
He did.
Yes.
Which
early,
part am I not sure about?
early.
Which
This
part?
is where you just get
Which
nasty.
part
Like you
am I
don't want to
not
give
about?
somebody credit for what
He
they
had
did.
nine. He had
did
9
that.
catches for 102. What's strapped down?
I'm talking about the possessions when Jamar was on PS2.
He had
Yeah,
one
yeah,
reception.
no.
He had one reception.
Nah. Put the tape on, cause every single time PS2 is locking him up.
He had one reception on a drag.
PS2 don't travel, but whenever he was on Jamar Chase's side, locking him up.
Brandon, does that not hurt his case? Because a couple niggas we named traveled.
PS2 does travel. Let's not do this.
No. He didn't travel with
Did
Jamar.
Nnamdi travel?
Jamar went the other side.
Yeah, Nnamdi traveled. Nnamdi traveled. I'm gonna tell you who traveled. Nnamdi traveled. Terrell Reeves traveled. Chant Bailey traveled. Chris Harris traveled. Deion traveled.
Sherman wasn't travel.
PS2
Charles Woodson traveled.
PS2
Richard Sherman didn't
Stephon
travel.
Gilmore.
We didn't name Sherman. I didn't name Sherman on purpose.
Stephon Gilmore.
Traveled.
Yeah.
Never had like.
I think PS2 and Gilmore.
Charles Peanut Tillman traveled too.
PS2 and Gilmore probably traveled the same amount.
But
now
like
Darrell Reeves, like someone in the chat, they don't matter. He's traveling. I feel like Darrell Reeves is one of the most traveling corners that ever existed. If that was a stat, he's probably number one.
He probably was. To be honest.
So,
but I think
Q English, Nnamdi, Q English. You don't know what you're talking about. Nnamdi traveled. Q English. He did travel. Like, he literally traveled. Because the year they played the coach, he traveled the nigga, and Reggie Wayne did head top him at one point, but he literally traveled Reggie Wayne everywhere. I remember that tape. Me and Brad talk about all the time. He traveled Reggie Wayne everywhere he went. Nnamdi traveled, bro.
Q English. Be real. You probably didn't know who Nnamdi was until he got to the Eagles. Let's be honest.
Yeah, he did travel. And the only reason he didn't travel with the Eagles because arguably we don't talk about him now, but Dominique Rodgers-Kamali was Himothy over there, dog. He was literally the best corner on that team.
Well, like
so he didn't have to travel for that team.
Wait, what team? Which one?
For the Eagles team. That Eagles team,
but it doesn't. I don't. Did Nnamdi actually travel though? Like,
yes,
are you sure about that?
He did.
I don't know. Like
I've seen him shut down Randy Moss too.
He really only had like a couple of good seasons.
2-3 years. He had like cool 2-3 years.
I'll be real with y'all. If you could get 2 or 3 years of being the best corner in the NFL, dog, what are we talking about?
Okay, what was
PS2 has been the best cornerback in the NFL.
Wait, early. So wait, I'm generally asking a question. What was Nnamdi's best year exactly? Do you remember the year?
Like 06. I think he had like 8 picks.
I'm going 06.
06.
He had like 8 picks,
I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm really not here. But like when we talk about the upper echelon guys in like the seasons, like the Raiders went 2-14 that season. Like they were getting blown out in every game.
Mike,
so
what does the wins have to do with anything?
No,
he's still playing well.
My thing is when I like Nnamdi, like obviously they're not.
Like, hold up. 08 to 09. 08 to 09.
So much in the game. That's
even though 06 was his best year, 08 to 09, he was an all-pro all 3 years. First team.
No. I'm not disputing that he was one of the best corners in the league. Like that's not what I'm disputing. I'm saying like when you're down by so much in all of these games, like I'm not saying he didn't strap up Randy, like he did. I saw the highlights of that, like he did. But I'm saying that you're not going to target Nnamdi when you're already up by 15 in the game. Does that make sense? Like that's why, like I'm still saying it's one of the best seasons ever.
But then we're doing that. I can easily say that Nnamdi didn't have the defense that Patrick Surtain had this year neither. And go ahead, and that Denver defense wasn't phenomenal. Please, someone say that. Someone say out there, that Denver defense wasn't phenomenal.
Okay, it was.
I mean, we've seen a lot of teams
really good. It wasn't phenomenal. I won't.
It wasn't phenomenal.
It was better than that Ravens defense. I'm telling you right now, because all they literally did was run cover one all day long, just man to man all fucking day long. What?
The Raiders defense.
Yeah.
Oh, Raiders.
The Raiders. That's all they did. They didn't change anything up. They just ran the same coverage all day long. They changed nothing.
That's fair, but like PS2 is the main reason why that defense was so phenomenal. And you can argue, obviously, Nnamdi was the number one guy there. Like he made them look better than they were for sure. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like
But let
makes
me be real with you though. There's not we acting like that pass rush was phenomenal. Like that front seven was good this year, especially that front four. They got a lot of times they would get pressure without a blitzing. Like
Yeah, but that's
that
because
helps out Patrick Surtain the same way
No,
as much
no,
as
no, no.
I love as
that's
much as
not
I love
necessarily true, though.
as much as I
They're
love
one
Richard
of the
Sherman, he definitely benefited from that
they're
team.
one of the
That was a
most
great team.
aren't they one of the most
But
blitz heavy
that
teams in the
actually
league though?
helps. That helps PS2's case. The reason why their pass rush was so good is because they could send extra people because that secondary was so freaking elite.
Bro, yeah,
That they're
like
able
They
to
didn't
lock
know what they
down
didn't. First of all,
stuff
Broncos were one of the
that
better. They were one of the better teams at getting to the quarterback with just rushing forward. What are you talking about?
that's not true. They were
They
blitzing.
wait, just sending 4. What are you talking about?
They were
They're
one of the
most
better
blitz-heavy
teams at
teams in the
getting
league.
pressure by doing 4. I'm saying is that
They would
yes,
do
they
a lot
did. Of course, they
right.
blitzed like every other team, but their front 4 was legit.
Their front 4 was legit because of their ability to also send extra pressure. Like
Listen, Riddell, listen. It was a great season. Don't get me wrong. But top 10 all the time, I'm never giving him that. I'm sorry. It's not
Wait,
true.
he can't be top 10 all time. I'm not gonna say.
No, that was not
What?
a top 10 season all time.
So you can name me
Why?
top 10 corner seat.
I
What?
can name it to you right now. You want to do that?
I can't believe a corner wins DPOY and he can't be a top 10 cornerback season.
There have been many corners that won DPOY.
Name them.
Charles Woodson, I just told you.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you Woodson.
Who else?
Deion Sanders in '94.
Deion
I'll give
Sanders.
you Deion.
Stephon
Gilmore.
Stephon Gilmore.
No, you don't
and
think
PS2
Stephon Gilmore is
in
comparable
conversation.
to what PS2 is doing this year?
Stephon was better. I'm sorry, on the pages.
Stephon had a better overall defense, and he had Bill
Oh,
Belichick.
Way better
Oh,
overall
boy.
defense.
Oh boy.
Yo,
Nick
you
Bonetto's
know I'm
an
right.
outside
You
linebacker,
know I'm
by
right.
the way.
Like
Way
it's not
better
even a
defense.
conversation.
I
yet.
No, we can do it.
understand,
Okay,
but Stephon Gilmore was
hold
still
up, real
Stephon
quick.
Gilmore.
We'll do this real quick. Okay, so Deion Sanders in '94.
Yeah.
Charles Woodson in 09. Stephon
Yeah.
Gilmore in 19. Rod Woodson in 93, the year before 94. Mel Blount in 75. Lester Hayes in 1980. And we talk about just corners,
Lester
right?
Hayes? Didn't he have like 12
corner.
picks?
Yeah, it was crazy that year.
Yeah. Come on now. You know what Lester Hayes.
Corner. Okay.
Wait, Rod Woodson?
He not overall Woodson 93 year. You're out of your mind.
Even
What
guys
do you
that
mean?
didn't win it. Even
You
guys
named
that didn't win
5
Defensive Player of the Year.
You
Hold on,
named
hold on.
top 5.
Hold on.
It was
Even guys that
2008,
didn't win it.
dude.
Even guys that didn't win it. Champion 05 and 06. That's 2 slots right there.
Yeah.
Easily.
So let's do this, Brian. Let's do it regular. I'm not putting them over. I'm not putting them over Deion and Rod Woodson in 93, 94. I ain't putting them over Charles Woodson in 09. I ain't putting them over Stephon Gilmore in 19. I'm not putting them over Lester Hayes in 1980. That's 5. I'm not putting them over. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm not putting them over Champ Bailey. I'm not putting them over
Champ Bailey
Darrell.
Champ Bailey twice.
Not putting them over Darrell Revis. Not to put them over Darrell Revis. Like, and if Champ Bailey twice, I know at least 3 Deion Sanders shit where he could be over this year. Come on now.
But like the biggest argument for this is like the
Sometimes
Gilmore one very, very like debatable, bro.
Oh, what? Okay.
Gilmore had it.
You didn't see it. You didn't see it. Ain't no way.
So many of
who
these
was-
are
bro.
Debatable?
So many of these are debatable.
No.
bro,
it
like
ain't.
okay. My thing is like one of the biggest
I can't believe when the Broncos was net, bro.
but
And he didn't win it. I was shocked when he didn't win the Defensive Player of the Year.
But one of the biggest things is like, okay, who, and I don't agree with this, but it's like, who is PS2 really strapping besides Jamar or whatever? He strapped Jake London, by the way. But like,
Keith Salim 16 year with Denver was a problem.
Strapping up. Tell me who Lester Hayes was strapping up. I want to know who Lester Hayes was.
Let me see. Let me see. Give me a second.
We're gonna name some 1980s receivers, bro.
That's what I mean. Like what? Raymond
1970s.
Barry? Raymond Barry?
Oh, so he's a bum now. He was like one of the best
No,
receivers
he's not
in
a
the league.
bum, but he doesn't compare to the guys now.
Hold on.
We're not doing that when this is a
Yeah, I do think that's
this
not
is
fair.
40 years
In
ago.
that-
Come
in that
on,
time-
man. Really?
In that time, they were the best. I'll give you that.
I ain't gonna lie
We're
to you.
not doing that when this
I
is
ain't gonna lie
40
to you.
years ago. So come on.
Getting 13 picks in 75, 1980 or what year is that? 1980 when they barely threw the ball, bro. Like I'm gonna be real with you, bro. 1980 getting 13 picks, bro. That's legendary, bro.
I don't know about
that is
Bailey
legendary.
football, but hold on.
And hold up, and I'm not taking him over Dick 19 Lane, who literally has the most picks all time and been holding that record for like 40 years.
We're talking single season, not career. But anyway,
No, I just said I said Dick Nitrain Lane's year where he got like 16 picks that year. That year, no, he's not over that.
Oh, you know what? We are going this offseason. We are really going to lock in these cornerback seasons that apparently, because I feel like a lot of the times with conversations like this, people are so unwilling to accept what is going on right in front of us
No,
Like,
Charles Peanut Tillman, dude. Charles Peanut Tillman was shutting people down.
PS2 is shutting people down right now.
Hold on. He forced 7 fumbles. Do you not know that?
He's a hitter.
I think it was
agree.
10. I think it was 10.
He's a hitter. He's a better hitter than
No, it was the peanut punch, dude. It was no. He was just blowing people up.
I mean that encompasses both, like hitters, just in general. So like when it comes to PS2, when it comes to this conversation, we will revisit. We'll go through all these cornerback seasons, and we'll officially figure out whether PS2 deserves to be in that top 10 conversation. Does he? So we'll discuss it. We'll revisit.
Are we taking them over? Are we taking them over Darrell Green's 91 year?
I said we'll revisit this. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not gonna y'all
in this nostalgia.
Now, mind you, everybody I named were if they didn't win DPOY, they were top 2 to 3 in DPOY.
Okay, PS2 is winning DPOI. That doesn't mean anything to me.
We'll see.
We will.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
You're rating what PS2.
I have to say this.
2016 Q English. Know your football.
I have to say this. Charles Peanut Tillman only allowed 1 touchdown. Also, he tied the record with OCU Manura with 10 forced fumbles at cornerback.
And was that the same year? Was that the same year? Nobody. And look, everybody had shades on that apparently that year. That the same year, Brandon, he shut down Calvin Johnson because people act like it never existed.
Come on now,
it never happened.
Shut down Calvin Johnson.
1-on-1.
We know
1-on-1.
Everyone here knows that happened.
We will revisit this and we'll officially see what's up.
Daggone well that Charles Tillman season is one of the best seasons of all time. Stop that. Daggone well it is.
We'll revisit it.
10 forced fumbles, bruh. At corner,
I get you
punching the ball out.
No, like I said, he got that in terms of forcing fumbles, sure.
No, he was locking people down too. Don't tell me I didn't see it.
But he was locking people down, so was PS2. The thing is, the thing that he has over PS2 is that he forced fumbles. So it is what it is. But we will revisit this conversation, and then we'll get down to the business. We'll actually get down to the facts,
because I'm not trying to say which was better over Darrell.
We like hold up. We like him. Hold. Do we like him over his dad's running mate, Ty Law, 98 year?
You're just naming names.
I gotta look at that.
I'm gonna tell you. Hold up, Brandon. I'm naming names. 10 picks that year, All Pro, and was 3rd in DPOYs. Votes.
Okay, cool.
But
he has two.
We all know
people
that.
don't throw his way. When they did, he intercepted it because
that's what I'm saying.
Like, Q English. It was for 2012. It was for 2012 when the Bears were like the number 1 scoring defense.
When you're a man coverage corner, you're not gonna get picks.
Also, by the way,
that's how it works.
Only has 4 interceptions, and half of his interceptions were pick sixes. By the way,
early, are you gonna early at that point in '98? Were they
running Bland had 6 of them things last year. Okay.
Were they a zone defense or a man defense in '98?
Nah, you can't pick and choose when you use that. You keep on bringing up interceptions, but then you're so nasty, bro.
Yeah, you're just nasty. You just love your 98.
Michael, the fact that you want to root for your guy Bland and Tate. What about Tate Diggs' 12 pick season?
No, that's different because he was getting cooked. He was getting cooked. Stop that. He was getting cooked by special teams guys. I've seen it. No,
bro. You know what Trey Diggs is? The definition of a gambler. Okay.
Yeah.
He's like Marcus.
Brandon, I got one for you, Brandon. Mind you, he was 3rd in DPOY too. Antoine Gamardi's 07 season. Remember that season?
Yeah. Yo, be serious.
Whoa. What do you mean be serious? Brandon, did you watch football back in the day?
I'm telling you.
Are you watching football now? Like
you're acting like
do you know what? Yo, Gamardi. Do you know what 07 Gamardi looked like?
He's not as good as PS2 this year,
dude. Oh, yeah, I'll give you this. Even when he was on the Jets, you remember when Darrell Revis got hurt and Antonio Cromartie had to be the number 1 corner, bro. He was locking people down. It was something crazy, though.
No, Antonio Cromartie is good. Don't get me wrong. He's very good.
No. I'm talking about like certain seasons, bro. Like 07, he was great. And that year, whatever year Darrell Revis went down, and a year after that, he asked for more money and he got traded to Tampa. That year, Antonio Cromartie was a beast.
He's good.
He was insanely good.
Hey, Brandon, I want him to know that first and foremost, let's get something very clear. They were ranked that year, 07 year. They were ranked literally. They went 12-5. I mean 12-4, and then they were also ranked top 5 in defense as far as points allowed against. Dog, that nigga had 10 picks that year. My boy had 10 picks that year and literally was third in DPOY votes.
Cool. PS2 is number 1, and he has 4 interceptions.
You keep saying that, but he's not there yet. He ain't on the team yet.
We know PS2 is going to win DPOY. What are we talking about?
Okay, we'll see.
I'd be surprised if anyone else won it.
So let's finish the votes. Let's finish the votes so we can get up out of here. So DPOY,
this is kind of a weak DPOY.
but Mike, let's move on. Mike, let's get our vote in. So DPOY, does everybody have PS2?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Weak DPOY year though.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, who we got?
Offensive Rookie of the Year?
We already voted that.
I mean, Offensive Player of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year.
Offensive Player of the Year.
Saquon. Who's also having one of the greatest running back seasons we've ever seen.
So I've been informed that he didn't win the AP Coach of the Year. He won the one-on-one award. So who do we have as Coach of the Year? I'm going with Dan Quinn. I'm sorry. I'm going with Dan Quinn, Coach of the Year.
That's just hindsight on the playoffs, and it's not a playoff award, but that's fine.
I'm going.
I mean, they went again, Mike. They went 12-5. They went 12-5.
Yeah, but like they
Yeah,
didn't have
but
a
what?
full season in KOC. Like, okay, Jaden Daniels is definitely better than Sam Darnold.
Hey,
But
Brandon,
KOC
who had a better team, Brandon? Oh, he left. Who had a better team, though? Who y'all think had a better team? The Vikings or the
I
Commanders?
mean the Vikings, but I mean if you're taking into account quarterback,
Yeah, quarterback plays that.
I'll take the Commanders because they have Jaden Daniels.
But
not
the
that
Vikings
good.
I'm
also-
so whoa. Why are we acting like Sam
I'm being
Darnold wasn't Timothy in the regular season? Again, this is a regular
He
season
was
award, but
Timothy
he got
because of elite play calling and literally the best weapons in the NFL.
Okay. All right,
He
let's go to.
was.
That's cool. I got it. You guys are going with. So who we going with? I'm going with Dan Quinn. Who you going with?
I'm not mad at Dan Quinn though. He did turn around that org in 1 year, so I'll give him
Probably
that.
be
Pretty
third.
I thought,
Yeah.
he was good, but
think
I
Andy
reserve
Reid
Coach
over
of the Year for like crazy situations, and the only
But you got to win your division to be coach.
Dan Quinn should have won it 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
you
bro.
gotta win your division. I
Like
agree.
that's
You
why
gotta
did Kevin
win your division.
Stefanski win Coach of the Year last year? That's why I didn't
Yeah.
rock with that.
He
Yeah,
did.
he did. But he did win it last year.
Yeah.
He did win it.
I don't like that pick because he didn't win.
Well,
And I think Dan Quinn or D'Amico Ryan should have won last year.
Is because
Joe
he was
Flacco
winning with
Dan
a-
Quinn, D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah, that was
Or
also a
quarterback.
crazy outlier. You were though.
So yeah, if like crazy situations happen, then I'm like sure, or you're the elite of the elite. So that's why I'm going with the Chiefs. The Chiefs were like.
I
15
thought Harbaugh should have won it. Though.
How was all right? Anyway, how when you say crazy situations, how is the Chiefs season crazier than the
Or
Commanders?
you're the elite of the elite. The Chiefs won basically every game.
Because,
What are
I
you
mean,
talking
they
about?
have Patrick Mahomes, but like
They lost.
they're
They
not
lost to
that
the lost to the Bills though, so I wouldn't be surprised if your
Oh, they
boy
lost
McDermott
one-
gets it too.
They
Sean
lost
McDermott,
one-
the
not.
dark
they
horse.
lost one legit game. They lost one legit game.
So they,
Yeah, but
okay.
like-
Last but not least, before we go, who is our MVP? F. Dot.
I'm going Josh Allen.
Ooh, Riddell.
I'm going with the pick that I said before the season started. Josh
Oh.
Allen.
You know what it is.
Well,
Michael,
I
talk
thought
to
you
me.
said- I thought you said you changed your
Yeah, you know
criteria.
how. Look, I'm not.
Because you did say Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah. I did change my. I'm glad you caught me. My MVP is Patrick Mahomes. Sorry. Yeah.
Michael, talk
Oh
to me.
Jesus Christ. Whatever. No, I'm not letting these playoffs. It's a regular season award. Lamar Jackson had the best. Lamar Jackson, first quarterback ever to throw for 4,000 and what was it, 800 something, 900 yards almost. Also was 41-4. Like Josh Allen, he did more with less, but I just think that season is too great not to give it to him.
Hey, listen to all tour, and we forget the Commanders had 4 wins last year. 4-12.
I respect the Dan
crazy.
Quinn pick. I'm not mad at that. Like if he would have won it, I was like, that's cool.
But y'all know my MVP. I've been riding him all season. Pause. And he helped me win a championship out of the league. I'm going with none other than Mr. Josh Allen, Mr. Superhero, Superman himself.
Disclaimer,
Get that
I'm not
man a cake.
mad if Josh Allen wins. Sorry, Early. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I don't really care if they give it to Lamar or Josh. I think they both deserve. Like they both.
I ain't gonna lie. I hate to be this person, but I do think the voters waited until they played each other, and I think literally If Lamar had it this whole year, they waited this game, and this is the outlier. Watch what I tell you. The
That's
same way
my
they waited for
problem.
Lamar to beat the 49ers last year to give it to him. I'm telling y'all right now. Because I'm be real with you. Lamar didn't deserve it last year because defense carried, if we're being honest. This year, for sure, if he got it, I wouldn't
So
be
who do
as
you think
mad
deserved
because he
it?
went
The
Who do
defense
you
bonkers.
think
carry,
deserved it?
though.
Who do you think deserved it? Early, who do you think deserved it? If it wasn't Lamar, who do you think deserved it? Because who was second to the MVP that year? Who was second to the
A lot of
MVP?
you, a lot of
If
you
I'm
say the
being for
defense. A
real,
lot of you say the defense carried.
Oh, haters.
if
You
I'm
gotta be
being for
honest.
real,
Shaq, Shaq, let me know.
if I'm being for real, when I look at situation and what he did, what they were the year before when he got hurt, and what they were when he went play the whole season, I'm giving it to Brock Purdy, honestly. But if they gave it to Dak, I wouldn't have been as
Dak,
mad.
bro, Dak was playing better than Brock Purdy and Lamar.
Objectively, yeah. But
Objectively,
I
with a
refuse to give Dak an MVP.
Yeah, me too. I'm sorry. I'd rather Chris McCaffrey walk away with it.
haters,
I'd rather
bro.
Chris McCaffrey walk away with it
Haters.
before I gave it to Dak.
Haters.
So
Riddell, it's okay. Riddell. I understand why you hate Dak because you haven't seen the Cowboys lose to the Giants in what is it? I think it's like 7 years now. And I'm gonna continue to ride with that because I don't have much else, Riddell. So at least give me
Hey,
that.
wait until we get Shador.
I love. Here's the thing. I love how Mike gets to be damn near hell with the Cowboys, but then when we speak on Dak too bad, he pipes up. Wait a minute now. We're not gonna-
No, bro. All I'm saying is that I still think Dak is in the echelon of top 12 to 15. That's
Let me ask you
literally
something.
my
Let me ask you something. Dak, or if you gotta have a chance, Shador Sanders next year.
dude. I mean, okay, if we're taking the contract situation into account, Shador, because Dax doesn't deserve his money.
But if
But
Dak
if
is
we're
top
just-
10, if Dak is top 10 to 12, he deserves $60 million. That's what I mean, guys. You can't trust Mike.
No, he doesn't.
Uh,
That's cap.
This has been another episode of Open Field Podcast.
Early.
We love you guys for
That's
showing
so
up.
nasty.
Shout out to my guy Crash Out, Michael Baldino. Shout out to Brandon for showing up.
Hold on.
Time out early.
Before we wrap it
You
up.
can't just do that.
So I posted the video of me saying if Saquon wins Super Bowl MVP, you already heard me say it, you will have the
Greatest running back season of all time.
greatest running back season of all time.
I'm on
Shout out Chill. He commented on my TikTok. Shout out my boy Chill Town, even though he's been
What'd he say?
he's been telling the good stuff about Luka recently, which I respect. He said
What's the good stuff?
He said, well, he's been more fair regarding Luka, but
All right.
Still can't play defense.
he said Terrell Davis doesn't exist. Terrell Davis,
I ain't gonna lie to you. He's the worst version of the 2000 running backs. Period.
okay, I'm not gonna disrespect Terrell Davis, but
I'm just saying he's the worst version of 2000 running back. He ain't better than O.J. Simpson. He ain't better than Chris Johnson. He ain't better than.
We're talking individual years because he's talking about the year Terrell Davis, I believe, went 2K and also had the Super Bowl MVP.
The greatest playoff run of all time for
so like
at this point.
in order for Saquon to surpass Terrell Davis this season, he's gonna have to dominate this game. He's gonna have to dominate next game and win Super Bowl MVP. That's the only way you can surpass Terrell Davis season. Because I think like Terrell Davis has a top tier S tier season. I just think Saquon's regular season was better, and it could have been even better than it was, considering like Jalen Hurts was stealing his touchdowns, all that good stuff. But considering that factor,
I don't know, man. That team that year was 14-2, and they was dog walking shit that whole year, dog.
But like John Elway wasn't
yeah,
good. Like John Elway was mid.
Season too.
Bro, Terrell Davis was the reason why that offense worked. Like let's be honest, John Elway was.
So let me ask you something. So it wasn't Rod Woodson having 1,200 yards, or Ed McCaffrey having 1,100 yards, or Shannon Sharp having 900 yards, and it wasn't. It had nothing to do with that, right? Didn't make it easy for him to run the ball when he had literally 3,000 yard receivers almost. That had to do with it.
But dude, you could do the same thing. I can revert it back to. Did you think that it made it easier for them to pass the ball because they had a 2,000? Their running game was so good. Like this is where the problem comes, because you're going to give all the credit to John Elway and that passing offense, and I'm going to give it to Terrell Davis.
Well, I'm gonna say this much for you. Would you rather take John Elway in was that 98? No, what year was that? What year was that? That was give me 1 second. That is the 98 year. Would you rather take 98 John Elway or 2024-25 Jalen Hurts?
John Elway.
See, this is obviously
exactly. Hey, that's what it comes down to. Okay,
no,
we had John Elway and one guy had
They
One
both
guy
have.
had Jalen Hurts, the other guy had John Elway. At the end of the day, John Elway can win you games by his goddamn self without any Terrell Davis there because John Elway had been winning games for a very long time.
He couldn't win
Compared
any
to
game. Why
Saquon,
did he
who
not do it in
literally
the playoffs?
dog, Saquon revolutionized this offense this year for what he did, dog. And he did it. And he did it. And I'm gonna be real with you. He did it in a beautiful, more clever way. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, dog, Saquon's 2K look is probably top 3 2Ks, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. If not number 1.
That's
It's
just
a
nasty,
beautiful
bro.
2K.
Because TD was carrying, bro.
TD, yeah, I don't want to disrespect. TD
That's
was the arbiter. Like they're both similar, but I think Saquon's season was just better in the regular season. And in this playoff run, Saquon had an amazing first round, dominated second round. Now he just needs to dominate this next round, and then he needs to dominate in the Super Bowl, and he can have the greatest running back season of all time.
I want y'all to know. TD also had.
Riddell, can you highlight Marley's latest comment? Because that's
I
fact.
want y'all to know. That TD went for 2005, 2008, right?
Early, you see that? That's
I
facts.
gotta look at it. Let me look at it. TD carried John Elway to 2 rings, and y'all still praise Elway. Elway went to 2 Super Bowls. Elway went to 2 Super Bowls before he got there.
And what happened?
My nigga, they played against San Francisco 49ers. Like, come on, don't do that, bro. Please don't do this. If you don't,
so we're giving an excuse for him.
If you don't know your football history, so Riddell, let me holler at you, Riddell, real quick because you're the only sensible one over here, right? TD had 208, 90 for 21 touchdowns. How many touchdowns did Saquon get if it is tush pushing the whole goddamn way through? Honestly, and this is a real number. We got to go crazy. A real number.
He probably has like 6 more. Like 6 more.
I don't know if he has 20 though. I mean, like, how many does he have right now?
Yeah, I think 14.
You have 16?
14, I think.
So yeah, he could have 20 probably. Yeah, no. I'll agree with that.
But, and I need to understand
I'm not
too.
Even
for that 208. Wait. For that 208, TD had literally 50 more carries than him. Saquon had 342. TD had 392. He literally had 50 more carries.
So did ED almost had 50 more carries, I think.
But we hope. I think ED probably has the greatest 2,000 yards. We talking about Saquon and Terrell Davis. We ain't comparing the two because ED got the best all time. That's the best 2,000 yards. And then OJ number 2.
Is it? I was looking at Hall of Fame. Eric Dickerson had way more carries than Saquon, and he had way more fumbles.
And ED also had like a elite offensive line too. So like. But like I think the one thing early, I'm not even.
You want to know how many fumbles?
I don't know. It's hard for me to say.
We ain't got to start doing ways to settle down.
You want to know how many fumbles Eric Dickerson?
Hold up! Hey, don't do this.
I just think you're being nasty to TD.
Hey, Mike and F. Guess how many fumbles Eric Dickerson had?
He had 6 at least. He had at least 6.
Your guess is 6 after.
Eric was a high runner like AP. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm asking questions. After what's your guess?
10.
Oh, you're nasty.
He had 14 fumbles.
Oh my god! He had double what I thought. He had more than double. Oh shit!
14 fumbles in that season.
That's terrible.
Imagine if he didn't. Imagine if he didn't fumble. If he fumbled half the time, though, bro.
14 Q. 14 is crazy.
Nah, Edie, one of them. Edie's top 5 for me, bro. I mean, Edie might be.
But Edie was like, dog, y'all understand? Edie was like 1,800 yards or better for 4 straight seasons, bro. That's nasty, bro.
Also,
that's like, bro, that's like 8 racks in 4 years, bro. That's crazy.
Also, to me, like, if you're talking about player, ED's like the Calvin Johnson of running backs. The dude was
exactly. And he was Edie easily had the worst teams as far as like all top tier
lines though. But he had bad talent.
Also, Saquon only fumbled the ball twice this year, by the way. Just to compare.
But I'm still not putting him over ED's year. I'm be honest with you, man. I ain't putting him over ED's year.
Right, for sure. And give me Saquon.
So you got Saquon. And listen, if Saquon
running like a 4.4,
I believe this. If Saquon makes a Super Bowl and wins Super Bowl MVP, he's the greatest. This is the greatest running back season of all time.
For sure.
No, the only one who competes is TD season.
Yeah, I'm not even early. I'm not even totally against that. I would just feel like you were dragging TD. That's all. But I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to say. I need to see the end and how it goes. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So wait, so if Saquon do go off like these next 2 games, if they win, whatever, he goes Super Bowl, he goes off, and they lose, are you still giving him that title?
If he goes off,
Depends
I
on
would.
if he goes off. It's hard because TD was super huge in that Super Bowl for them to win.
Right.
Hey, look, I'm be real with you.
If they
I'm be
don't
real with you.
win,
I don't know. We forget. I'm be real with you. OJ Simpson in '73, with nigga had 312 carries for 2,000 yards, and I'm be real with you. That he won MVP that year too. So I ain't gonna lie. We be poo poo OJ because I understand what happened with the off the field shit, but OJ won a great running back to play the game. Like he like a top 5 running back all time. So I'm going with OJ.
Of
I'm going
course.
with. I'll go with. This is what I'll do. I'll be nice and I'll go TD because they won the Super Bowl that year. He was MVP. I'll go ED second just because ED was it was smooth. 14 touch, I know he fumbled 14 times, so that kind of fucked me up. And I'm gonna go OJ and then Saquon number 4 as far as great run back all time. But again, if he wins Super Bowl and he gets MVP, I'm pushing that nigga all the way up. And hopefully Jalen Hurts stays banged up. I hate to say it because they actually were giving him the carries in the red zone, which we need. So that can help Saquon's case to win an MVP. So yeah, I'll go. And then let's be real. When we look back on this playoff run, Saquon literally dog saved them niggas against the Rams, dog. Save them niggas, dog. Save them.
for sure. Those break off runs,
It was
man.
snowing. I mean, what else are you gonna do, bro? I run the ball.
Saquon did his thing, of course, because he's just him.
You're not capping. That's fact. That's fact.
All right. We'll see. This Sunday we will see. We will
By the
see.
way, AJ Brown has
Shout out everybody for showing up. Another episode of Overfield Podcast. Shout out Riddell. Shout out Michael Baldini, Crash Out. Shout out my man F. Dot, Mr. Cool. Shout out my man Brandon, the irritate, and then regular old me because I ain't nobody important, man. As always, man, we appreciate you guys. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. We were 31 deep in this chat at one point in time. We stayed in the 20s just about the whole time. And man, continue to tell somebody, like and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. I see some new faces in here. Hey, tell a friend and tell a friend. If you want to get your football, we one of the best to do it out, man. And we're gonna have it all year, all off season, and next year coming up too, with more guests and more love and more fun. And as always, we out this month.